What's the deal, my people? You know it is the Don Tony Teflon. That's Phil, the Issues Guy. This is the Escaping From podcast. Number one show for the fans, by the fans. We are here representing for you. Looks like I'm having a little problem with my hat on the top. I'll take care of that in a second. Phil, what is going on, man?
Not too much. It's good to be here. I mean, I think we're about to talk about another thing that can be universally agreed upon, how dumb Elgen was in this episode. I can't wait to get into this. Oh my goodness. Like Elgen, I think I'm trying to look at this as Elgen's just a sweet, innocent boy that can't help himself. But we'll break all into this stuff. And I can't even hold back, Tony. Like this Elgen thing. I love. Like, I feel bad because we both love Nathan. He's a good dude, but we're gonna be hard on you tonight, Elgen.
He's got to get packed up. You got to pack Elgen up. It's time to pack up, and I think he is packed up. From what we got, she put the hands on him. So he's got to get packed, and he deserves to get packed up. Hey, this looks like you in the picture. Well, it is me. What does that mean? The fuck you think of me, motherfucker?
Tony, the worst part of that is when Sophia turned to her little underling, and we'll talk about that in a second too, and says, lock the door. Elgen still stood there like, what's going on? Why are you locking the door? Like he didn't know, no spider sense went off in the poor kid. Like, come on, dude.
Same guy, right? We talked about it before. This is the same guy, big as he is, that disallowed Boyd to tie him up with a shoestring and sat there while he tied him. Didn't fight back, didn't rock the chair, didn't fall down. It's the same guy. Exactly. If Fred Sanford would say, he'd be like, you big dummy, because this is what he is.
My God.
This is what he is. There's no way around it. There's no way. I can't make it. I can't do anything to save him on this one. You know what I mean?
I want to because he's so likable of a person and he's a good kid. I mean, the character. He's a good kid, but come on, dude.
Yeah, listen, man, this guy, you got to have some wisdom. He wasn't from the streets. I know he wasn't raised around my way. You know what I mean? He wasn't raised there because he was raised around my way. That shit would never happen to anyone around my block. There's no way that would ever happen to anybody. It's as soon as I seen the picture, and I would have seen it from the 70s. I mean, I would have caught on to it really that quick.
Tony, one quick thing about this picture, and we'll be hard on Elgen all night. A lot of people were talking about this. I'm not the first one to say this. We're not the first one to say this. And I'm sure you probably have spotted this before. Is that Julie?
Yeah. No, it's not. Julie in the picture?
Look in the far left side of this picture.
It is Julie in the far left side of the picture. You're correct.
Yeah, a couple people have spotted this on like Discord and stuff like that. So I can't take credit for it. But like,
yeah, that's definitely Julie on the far left side.
So yeah, little Julie dropped in the back there. So here we go. And the other thing people were saying, and we got a phone call about this as well. Thank you for the phone call. That the Anakui kids in this episode were wearing the same clothes as the boy in white.
Were they wearing the same clothes?
I think that's what people. Someone in the live chat, correct me if I'm wrong. I think there's a picture, but I believe there was. And if you look at the talisman, and you count. There's like 7 Anakui kids, and then there's 8 things. So could the boy in white, and this is just theoretical, this is just me speculating, could the boy in white maybe be one of the Anakui kids?
I said that in season.
You said that a long time ago.
Yeah, I said that in season 1 that he was the kid that got away, and he was the one. I said that all the way back in season 1. Y'all can go check my videos, and you will see that I've said that in season 1 that he was one of the kids who got away that didn't get sacrificed, and that's why he was there. So it, quite possibly can be. Listen. I've been right about a lot of things, but I also have been wrong.
Yeah, before you go into what you're wrong about, I know people say I blow smoke up your ass, but I gotta give you credit about a couple of things here before we trash you. Before we trash you, you called almost everything about the mole situation except for who it was.
Yeah,
how it would work. Like you said, the man in yellow was going to come into town, touch base because they had a conversation with somebody in the past, and kind of like put their hooks into them without them even realizing it. I think you even said that they would be like an unknown asset that would be unlocked in their mind. And again, I'm not blowing smoke up Tony's ass because he could not be more wrong about who it was, but everything about how she was breaking this person down, Tony, I got to give you credit. You were right about half of this. You were just wrong about who it was. I would say
3/4. I had 3/4 of it. I just didn't have the person right. I didn't have the person right. At all. And listen, Donna ain't off the hook yet. I mean, it's obvious it's probably most likely not Donna, but we don't know yet. So the chip challenge is gonna go a little bit. a little bit longer. But I mean, I if Doug Hugh comes here and he says, Tony Teflon, you must fulfill the bet now. We cannot wait till next season. I will fulfill the bet this season. I'll do it this year. I'll do it next episode. Straight up. Because I do think I'm wrong. And if I'm right in the end and I still ate the chip, I did, but I was wrong about Claire. And let me say something, that there's Scarlet Fever. I do believe she has a channel and she has said 1,000 times that something was sus with this chick.
With Claire,
and I said that, nah, she is too little of a character for them to be that important. And I poo-pooed it and everything else, and I apologized to her because she was right. Listen, I'm a grown-ass man. Understand this. I'm grown, all right, motherfuckers. And I'm wrong. I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna tell you I'm wrong. I ain't gonna hide from the shit. And I'm not gonna try to work it so that I'm right. You know what I mean? I was wrong. Yeah, she was right. I was right about the brick shit. People made fun of me for that, but I was right that was brick. I was wrong about this one. So, you know, I lost the bet to Doug Hugh. I'm a man of honor, so I owe Doug Hugh a hot chip to be eaten on stream, and I will make that happen next week on the season finale. Probably be my finale of my life. I will order this hot chip this week, and I will have this hot chip here, and that's the way it's gonna go down, and that's just what it is.
Other than all of that, did you like how because a lot of people for years of this show with you talking about the mole situation have been going on and on. Tony, there's no mole. There's no mole situation. So again, if you say you're right about part of this, did you like how the whole mole thing came into play besides the fact that it wasn't necessarily who you thought it was going to be?
Yeah, because I got all that shit right. Yeah, I knew it was going to happen. I knew exactly the way it was going to happen. I knew how it was going to happen. I knew who was going to make the contact and everything from it and walk in there. And it exactly was, and I even said it in the video, like when she was talking to her, that there was either one or two conclusions, that she knows who she is, or she heard about the man in yellow and she knew who she was, and that's just what it was, you know. So no, I like the way they did it. I like this episode. I know this episode got a lot of slack from people not liking it and everything else, and I would say its season as a whole has been very up and down for people. I thought that this episode was good. The Victor thing made no sense to me. I didn't. What's he gonna do to prevent it? What would he do? I mean,
he just needs to be smart enough to shut up, but he's just not. My problem with this episode, Tony, it's not that
there's too much emotion. Yes. I think, like, for what, like, there's no need for him to break down like that because he wanted them. You know, I just didn't feel like it looked like it was going to be a breakdown because something happened to his dad. It was like that important to him. Like, this was not that emotional. I don't see it.
No, I'm with you on that one. And about this episode as a whole, I thought this was a great episode, but to me, the only problem with it is, and this isn't a problem because it made me hungry to want to see the next one, it didn't feel like a complete thought. It felt like someone said this in a comment somewhere, and what they really should have done, since they gave us a week off because of the holiday, they should have aired both these episodes back to back. It just it was really good. I like everything that they set up. I'm excited to see where they finish this off. I was excited they actually got in the tunnels, because watching the first half of this episode, I'm like, are they actually even going to get to the tunnels? And they did. We got some progress, and it makes me excited what's going to happen next week, because we're going to solve the whole tunnel thing in the early part of the episode. What else is going to happen in there? Is Julie actually going to do something again? But I do feel like this is one, and I know this isn't two episodes. This is the first part of one big episode. This feels like the first part of a bigger story. So I did get a little bit of television blue balls by this episode, Tony. A little bit.
I would say we can call it the Game of Thrones syndrome, right? In the last season, the Game of Thrones, the season before, was all supposed to be one season. But because HBO wanted an extra season, Dan and Dave said, all right, we'll just cut this season into 2 seasons. So if you watch both of those seasons as one season, it's a good season. But watching them where they stopped it and then where they start the end one, it's not a good season.
It doesn't work as well. But that being said, this episode felt different. And what I mean by different is the tone to it, the action, the rhythm of it felt really urgent. And I like that.
It didn't seem like the same director, even though it is the same director.
But it didn't. It felt like it was like him. like we're watching Speed for a second here at times. Like everything was like bam, 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 bam. I almost would like love a season of this show where this was the tone the entire season. Like the last season would be kind of fun if like everything felt like a moment like this going through these last moments. But this was a really intense 45 minutes. And what's interesting is this was the shortest episode of the season and it had the most action. Like the episodes that had more information have been longer. But
this was, I don't listen. I love duct tape, and I think that duct tape is a wonder of the world. Listen, to save the astronauts in space, it does a lot of things. But god damn it, I would apply 5 layers of that motherfucker on. There would have been no air coming through that shit when I would have strapped that shit down so tight. Like the couple of pieces they put up there, I would have had that whole shit.
Yeah, that, like the wind can blow that. That better be Gorilla Tape, dude. That better not be duct tape. That better be some like fucking Gorilla Glue tape.
It better be something up in there, because I would have had that shit wrapped tight. It would have been tightly wrapped. You know, that shit wouldn't be like that. And listen, I used to work in asbestos removal and mold removal and restoration. So I know how to make a Dexter killing field, right? I used to do it all the time and stuff. So I would have had it wrapped tight.
That's ominous. No, I'm kidding.
Like every time I used to work that job and I was doing it, every time I put one up, I always played the Dexter music in my head, like I was making it. Like every time I did it, and I was throwing the poly up on the gauze and everything, I was always playing the Dexter. That was the funnest part about the job to me, was thinking that I was Dexter at that moment.
Did Julie piss you off tonight at all?
Yeah, I mean, she did.
She pissed me off a little bit. She's and
it's because, and again, it's an outside looking in thing where we know that it really works, right? We know it really works from the viewer standpoint. We know that what she's seeing is real. But if we take that equation out of it and we look at it from as someone from the inside, number one, she's a young girl. She's a young girl. She's been told by Randall, an older guy, that there's something going on. It's not working. It's not what it is.
It's just making you sick. That you're just having
seizures. It's just making you sick. And she could just be afraid now that she's having these seizures and she's having some side effects from it. So I can understand why she did it. But as a viewer watching, Julie, get the fuck back. That's something that I wish that they showed more of. You know what I mean?
It's like, what's she doing? She's sitting at the kitchen table and talking about, fuck this story walking thing. I saw the man in yellow. No big deal. Fuck it. And like she said it. And I like Tabitha in this episode. Tabitha gets a lot of shit, but Tabitha was a lot of action in this episode. But even Tabitha, I didn't like the way she reacted to that in that moment. She's like, oh, you saw him in the past? No follow-up question. No,
yeah,
like,
should have been like, what was he doing? What do you mean? I would like, what do you mean you seen him in the past? How did you see him in the past? And what was he doing in the past?
Well, I thought I could travel in time. I'm getting the fuck out of here. And then let me give you this talisman. Can you tell me what it was just like a quick sort of exchange and it wasn't like pressing. That being said, I like how Tabitha at the beginning of this episode, Tony, we'll talk about it in the recap, but I like how she immediately went to Boyd. There was no waiting around. That's what I mean about the urgency of this episode. It started off right with Tabitha being like, the man in yellow was in my fucking house. And Jade came to continue the argument from last episode, and Boyd was like, no arguing. Let's just get shit done. It was like a get shit done kind of episode.
100%. And that's the smart thing to do. And everyone should be doing that. She should have took Julie to Boyd and Jade. Like, as soon as Julie disclosed that she thought she could do some time travel stuff, because all she has to say to Boyd is, yeah, I heard your voice and I dropped the rope to you. And then he would know it's true.
Yeah, it would connect the dots.
All it takes is that line. Like, listen, yeah, I heard your voice when I was in it, and I seen a rope. There was a guy there that was bald, and he was chained up to the wall, and I threw a rope down to in a hole. And then she would know it's him, and then he would say, "Wait a second, that's how the rope got there." And it would be bingo bango, you did get there. Right,
Big Game James says Julie's wigs distracted Tabitha too much to ask any follow-up questions. I think you might have a situation. Okay, the old geriatric man, or as to trademark Tony Teflon, the Unk in White. What do you think about what he had to say about the tree being pulled down and all of that? Do you think?
I just think the tree is what holds them there. I think the tree is the and yes, and people ask, do I not think it's magic? No, I still don't. I still think it's science fiction. And I still think that this tree is no magic tree. I think it's a wormhole creator, a teleportation device. And I think that's what's keeping him there. And I think when that goes down, that he can get out of there. I think that's what it's going to be.
And do you think that maybe the man in yellow wants to do it because he wants to fuck with the boy in white? Like by pulling out that tree, it actually will make it easier for them to fucking put the boy in white back with the other Anakui game kids and win this game. That's the other big line from Sophia. I'm playing lots of games. Do you like games?
Listen, let's go with Taran Mather, the great Taran Mather, who said from the beginning that this was a game between two people. That's what he said from the beginning. He may not have the people right, but he's saying it's a game between two people, and it may be a game between two people. We keep hearing game too much. We heard escape room from the beginning. We had all these things from the jump. It could and be a game between two people and stuff. I still think that when Sarah was sent the message to kill the boy, it was meant for the boy in white. I still think that that's why they put that out there. I think that's what it is.
We got a super chat from Knick Knack Studios. The fact that Julie turned off story walking makes me wonder if the Colonial Woman is a fake out title. Could be Eloise, maybe a Tabitha vision, though.
Could
Possibly.
Be. It could be a fake title. I think I mentioned that myself, that they could have put that in there under an assumed name so it didn't give stuff away.
Melly with some truth. Again, Melly, thank you so much for the super chat. It matters so much to us. We really do appreciate it. I'm not going to lie. I didn't think Clara was the mole either, and it surprised me, but Elgen pissed me off. Elgen pissed, I think, a lot of people off that were hoping that he'd make a better decision this time. Because say what you want about Sarah and getting manipulated by this place. Since then, Sarah's made pretty good decisions. Even with dropping the blood into the water, she did it like against her will. She was really fighting not to do this. Elgen just basically went, okay. Whatever. Oh, you want me to do that? I'll do it.
Hey, dummy. Dummy's the word. This is the word, dummy. Dummy's the word. And why they make him so dumb? I don't know why they wrote him like that. Like,
are they trying to make him young? Like, is Elgen supposed to be 15? Like, is he supposed to be playing a 15-year-old character?
They won't let him have his beard, and he has to have his beard.
Right. So is he supposed to be a kid? So, like, if that could be understandable, if he's supposed to be a kid, are we attacking like a teenager's bad decision? Because I don't want to do that, Tony. Is he supposed to just be a kid?
No, I don't. No. He's not a child, 16 and under.
He's okay. As long as I want to make sure.
He's older now. I would say 20, the youngest. He's like 20, the youngest. He ain't no 17. Ain't no 17-year-old that big. He at least 20. All right, in this. And
dude looks 30 to me.
And that is not.
Dude, how old is the actor? How old is Nathan? Nathan's like what, 30?
I would think so. He ain't played no 17-year-old. No, not at all. This motherfucker, they play this guy like a dummy, and there's no need for I don't know why they wrote him so. They could have did it in a way where he caught on to it. Like, let's say like this. He catches on, he sees Sophia, he tries to hustle out, and she grabs him up.
Yeah, and grabs the picture. What are you looking at?
And then she grabs him, gives him the heart attack thing.
Or Clara rats him out. Clara says, Elgen, what are you looking at? And then runs to Sophia and rats him out, rats her out.
He could have showed it to Sophia. He could have showed it to Clara and said, I got to go show this to Boyd and them. And then Clara rats him out. And Clara goes and locks the door right then when he says it. And then the man in yellow grabs him up. And then he's not a dummy. He gets bagged up. It's good. But why they got to make him look dumb like that? And like they could have wrote it better. Yeah.
You just wrote it in 2 seconds. You wrote it better. That would be actually scarier. It would be, and it would make sense why he was confused. Instead, in this moment, it looked like he had no awareness in a world where he's been haunted by voices before, and there's monsters and there's flashbacks. The first moment he gets there, he has this weird flashback vision thing, and he's looking at this girl in the picture, and his first thought is, it's a lookalike. I should go tell her. Isn't this funny? Isn't this cute how this looks like you? Oh, and then when she locks the door, he has no awareness that he's in trouble. He's just like, what's going on? I think his line is, what's going on? And he leans in.
Yeah.
Dude.
Come on, brother. Come on, man. You got to do better than that and shit. You got to do better. And he didn't do better. And that's what pisses me off, that he didn't do better. And he should have did. People like haters going to hate. Ain't no haters here. We hating on the writers, are you saying? Listen.
No.
I have the right. I have the right. They have the right to say what they want. When you put yourself as a public figure, no matter who you are, you are open to criticism. And nobody's beyond it, and nobody's perfect. To me, in my opinion, what I just came up with real quick, I thought it a little more suspenseful and would have gave him a little bit more agency. They didn't have to make this dude look like a fool like they made him look. And I think that's the way they wrote it. And he looked like a fool in this. Not that they're consistently doing it. I mean, they're consistently making him look like a bitch.
It's consistent to his character, Tony. Yeah, Tony, it's very consistent to his character. Like, it makes sense.
Yeah, no, they consistently made him look like a bitch in this show.
I didn't say that, Nathan, but that was Tony.
It's not that they have. Listen, we've talked about it. Like, he's a big fucker, bro. He's a big dude. I would say he's at least 6 foot and got at least 200 and something pounds on him. He let Boyd tie him up with dental floss and sat there while he tied him up and allowed him to tie him up. You know, listen.
Sarah gouged out his eyes and didn't fight.
Like if dudes tied me up and they had me and I'm tied up in here, I'm rocking the chair and I'm falling on the floor. You're gonna have to pick me up. I'm fighting back. I'm gonna sit up with the chair on my ass and swing the fucking things at you. The fucking feet. I'm going.
You'd be a tough out. You'd be a tough out. Like,
yeah, you're not gonna get me. Listen, you ain't getting me. Like this. Let me tell you something about Elgen. He can't go to prison, all right? Because if he ever went to prison, Elgen, his ass is on the line.
Yeah, and Adebisi's taking him down pretty quick.
Yeah, Adebisi's gonna put a tattoo. He's gonna get a tattoo put on his ass. Right?
Yeah, Adebisi's gonna be like Kenny in prison.
He's gonna rap him, and he's not gonna fight back on it. He's just gonna accept it, man.
We get the real Rebel Alex says, can we agree that these people are cooked? Amount of damage the Man in Yellow is doing is astronomical. I'm with Tony. The series doesn't end well at all. And I think we got one. Did we get one more super chat? Oh, we got one more from Jessica. Thank you, Jessica, very much.
Thank you, Jessica. Thank you for everyone who sent one so far. We really appreciate it. Make sure you hit that thumbs up for you, boys. This is the #1 show
in Albania.
For the fans, by the fans. The Escaping From podcast. Almost 400 people in the building, and the episode hasn't even aired yet. We got nothing but love for you, and for that, let's give you some shout outs real quick. But let's take this super chat right here before we give you the shout out. And it's from Rob R. It says, why not have Sophia wearing the same outfit so it can look sus? I blame the writers. Could have been done better. I mean, it could have been that obvious. They could have done that and made it that obvious. But it's obvious that it's her. You see her face back there and everything. And I'm glad that at least somebody changed their clothes.
Yeah. No, somebody.
I'm glad somebody changed their clothes because people got rocking the same shit and it's stanky. All right. There's no way. There's no way. Listen, man. You know, people stink. We're dealing with a place with no deodorant. We're dealing with a place with no, I would say no toilet paper, no toothbrushes.
Love you, Christina.
No toothpaste. We're dealing with a place with no things, unless you got some tea tree or I don't know what. You know what I mean? We're dealing with
apple cider. They get some apple cider vinegar.
Yeah, we got no pumice stones. We're talking about feet that are just got some goddamn crust on them that you can't pumice it off. You know, it's thick. You probably could put a fucking blunt out on the foot now because of this shit. So when you're dealing with this, I like seeing people with some new outfits on, all right? Really. You know, boy need to change his damn shirt. There's no need to, listen, patch the fucker up. We know the monster ripped it. He got like 8 of those shirts. We see in his closet. Change it.
Dude, imagine how bad that town just smells in general. Oh, my God.
It stinks. Like foot and ass. Guaranteed.
Survivor probably stinks the same way. Oh, we got another super chat from Knick Knack Studios. When the tree comes down, we're going to see latency? Try to understand.
Yeah. So I hope so. I hope so. I hope we see something so. Like that.
I do.
That tea tree oil. You know what I mean? Some damn tea tree oil. Something, goddamn it. So you got mushrooms, or you ain't got no damn soap, man. Listen, you keep the damn mushrooms, bro. Like I ain't trying to keep that. They ain't got no chapstick. These motherfuckers' lips should be as chapped as hell. All right. I got some lips. I got some lips on me. I'm black, right? I got some lips on me. And I tell you, I even the summertime, I gotta put chapstick on these motherfuckers to keep these shits moist and nice. and everything else. So so they should have some chapped ass lips and shit, cracked up and shit and everything else, all that, and the herpes simplex one on the upper lip.
It's nasty up in that piece, Tony. Moist. Oh my goodness. Okay, let's transition this into the recap because it's 9 o'clock. We can get started here. We open up with Tabitha and telling Boyd about her meeting with the yellow man in the middle of the day in her house with a talisman on the door. He killed Jim. He told her and he says it's not safe here. Jade comes in like a bat out of hell and says, listen, Kenny's guilt trip worked and I'm going down in the tunnels. And Boyd agreed. Jade is like, no argument in this one. Good scene, Tony, right off the bat. Just kind of got things going underway.
It did. It moved the story along really fast. It really did a good job at it. You know what I mean? So I opening scene is great right there.
The yellow man changing back. We see the yellow man undressing and changing back.
This is done. Like, I'm sick of seeing naked Doug Hugh. Like,
why couldn't they do this the other way around? Like, seriously, why couldn't
exactly. Why don't we see it the other way around? We never see that. We always got to see we're subjected to naked Doug. I love Doug, all right? I'm sure he don't want me to see him naked, and I don't want to see it. There's no need for this. You know what I mean? We don't need to see this shit.
We get to see the stop motion thing one more time, and it looks cool. Like they did a good job with the stop motion thing, but we saw it once. We didn't necessarily need to see it again, but it was kind of cool to see Doug on screen again. And he gets back into Sophia form, and then we see our big scene that the one we talked about before so far. Sophia comes up to Elgen and Clara, and she talks about just bullshit around, and she's like, oh, what's going on? And she plays dumb about the bones. She plays Columbo about the bones. And everyone going down the tunnel. Okay, so we didn't talk about this in the intro, but we can kind of hint at this right here because it's right before this gets into it. She likes that everyone's going down in the tunnels because ritual means as much as doing the thing here. That's the one thing I guess we didn't talk about in the intro, Tony, like the big thing that came out of this episode. Not just doing the thing matters. You have to do it the right way. And that works whether it's science or magic or ritual. It's having to do the correct algorithm, blah blah, the correct.
It's got to be done in the order. You can't just throw everything in there. You know what I mean?
Or in a spell or an incantation, you got to do
whatever. If you cook it goes in cooking. If you have to put the ingredients in a certain way to make a really good cake or whatever you're doing, everything has steps. You can't just slap everything in the bowl. And this is the same thing that's going on here. It has to be done in a certain way and everything. And she felt like they were going to do it the wrong way, so go do it. Because you ain't got it right anyway.
Yep. And she grabs her and she goes, look at me. And she pops out, her pupils get really fucking big, or her irises get really big, whatever. I don't know my eye geography. And she says, remember me or whatever. And she says, you remember me, the bargain we made. You saw me and I said you could go home if you do something for me in the future. So she gave her the same kind of bargain she gave to Elgen, right? Like, and Sarah, like if you do what I say, you get to go home. Would that be enough for you?
This is a long game. So she's seen her a long time ago, and she said it so all the stuff that the man in yellow was only there because Jade played the song is a lie.
Yeah, I was just going to say that, Tony, that this proves that he wasn't unlocked at any point in time, that he came out.
He's been in this motherfucker. He's been in there. He's been patrolling and everything else. He's been doing all that stuff. So all that stuff is a lie. People saying that. And I've seen people say that she's not a mole. She's just, no, listen, she was in a bad spot. She seen this guy. Her life was on the line. If she didn't take that deal, he could have killed her right on the spot. So she had to take that deal. She had no choice but to take that deal. She had nothing to do. It was the right move for her at the time. What she has to do is flip, right? Yep. You got to take the deal at the time to save your life, but then you have to flip, and you have to whisper to somebody when she's not around. Listen, Sophia's the man in yellow. This is what happened when I first got here. I made a deal. She was going to kill me, blah, 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 blah. And she's back. You got to flip. And she didn't flip. And that's the problem.
Thank you to the amazing Mika, as always, with the incredible support. You promote us more than almost anybody. We appreciate it so much.
100%. And the fact that you're a very attractive woman helps. I'm not going to lie. But I'm just playing. We appreciate all the beautiful women in our chat. And all you guys that are handsome for the ladies in the chat too, and also some of the men in the chat too. We appreciate all y'all coming out here. This is the familiar, man.
What's that ODB line? We appreciate all the pretty people and the ugly people too, because you're pretty anyway, baby. I think that's the line. I think that's the line. Anyway, so sorry to quote it. That's the quote ODB there. Okay, so do you know me? She says, take a look at me. And she says, remember the bargain we made? Clara says, yeah. And Sophia says, I need you to do something for me. So we get Christy and Marielle doing doctory things as she's panicking because, you know, her patient doesn't have a pulse and stuff. And they're talking about drugs and medical crap, and Christy's going to go to Boyd, and they're not sure what it all means, and they give themselves some love, and they go each way. There's not much to talk about in this scene with each other. They just...
No, there's nothing going on with them. And in all honesty, it's really, should there be? It's just like, I'm really done with them. Like, I'm done with them. I really am. It's been too long. And one thing I'm saying that they haven't, maybe they do it next episode, is this Marielle and Randall, whatever they were seeing, they need to have already showed this shit. At least one of them. You know what I mean? There should have been something going on here.
They need to get, like, I'm disappointed that they haven't spent more time with them. Like, Marielle didn't join Julie and Randall, and each one of the three of them had different variations of story walking powers and sort of had to work together to figure it out. I feel like there was a little bit more to mine there. And this might sound like we're down this episode. We're not. It's just, it's impossible not to point out certain avenues we wish they explored more. But this is still an awesome episode. And I'll be honest, I know this season's getting some roughness, but this is probably my second favorite season to season one. I think I would go one right now going into the season finale. I would go 1, 4, 3, 2. Would be my season order for my interest.
I'd have to go through it. This it's for seasons. Still think it's definitely 1, 4. I'll have to go. I have to think about.
I think I like 3 better than 2 in my memory. I did, but I wasn't the biggest fan of the cicada thing. But I would have to go back. You're right. I'd have to go back and look.
It's definitely 1, 4. It's definitely me 1, 4. I would say 1, 4.
I'm 1, 4 all the way.
I mean,
we got another super chat donation from the Amazing Winter. Why did they give Julie DeLorean powers, time travel powers, or story walking powers, for her to smoke weed and be emo for most of the season? I'll answer that question. I'll pass it over to Tony, because they gave her Hiro Nakamura like powers. Anyone that watched Heroes will know what I mean by that. She has too much ability. So once she decides to actually do it, once they figure out her thing, problem's going to be solved. So they have to find ways to hamstring her character. So they have to almost create ways, because once she does the thing, it's done deal. They can figure it out. Like, once Julie talks to the people that know the things and she can go and find the exact thing she needs to find or whatever. I think so. They have to find excuses, Tony, to go, oh yeah, we can't use Julie quite yet. So I think that's why we have her smoking weed.
You're 100% right. Her powers are so OP that you have to, like Superman, you got to have kryptonite because he kicked the world's ass. And if you don't have that, it's a very short film, because Superman can just, there's nothing you can do. He's fucking Superman. So you got to put some kryptonite in there, and her kryptonite is her doubt and her marijuana abuse that she's doing right now. Marijuana abuse makes you lazy.
Yeah, I can attest to that. And then we got another super chat from Tim. What makes Clara a mole to me is that she didn't have to tell the man in yellow the new plan. She did that part willingly. She did, when she came to her and said, hey, by the way, Jade and Tabitha are going.
But she's also, listen, so there's 2 things. She's definitely the mole, but there's 2 things in it. Number 1, it's fear. And number 2, she has the belief that she's going to go home. Like, that's the first thing that she asked. Are you going to let me go home? You said you would do it, right? So she's getting conned just like Elgen got conned. But she's worse than, I mean, I don't know if she's worse than Elgen. Elgen sacrificed Fatima to die, basically. You know what I mean? Fatima is on, everything that happened to her is on Elgen. So it's no different than that situation that she's going through. You know what I mean? But Elgen, it's worse for Elgen because Elgen's life was never on the line. She was confronted by the man in yellow. You got no choice but to bend the knee at that
point. Or I will do horrible things to you. Exactly, Tony. And the way she said that so casually in that scene, it makes it seem like that's what she said to her before. Clara, you will do what I say, or I will do horrible things to you. Like, and Elgen has been.
I would have loved to see Doug Hugh in that part right there.
Oh, like
I love this
saying
chick. Listen, I love her. I think she's amazing. I really do. But I would have loved to see Doug Hugh with his humor and everything doing those lines to Clara. I think that would have. I think they missed the opportunity with that. If he'd have been like doing it the way he did it, because he's so, he plays it very. Like she plays it very cold, like the way she plays the man in yellow. She's very cold. She's calm. She's collective. She's like she's above you and she's talking down to you. But she's doing it. Doug is more like laughing about it. You know what I mean? Like he makes it more like funny when he's doing it. The way like he talks to Tabitha. He's more of a fun. So it would have been. I think it would have came off better if he would have did it, because he would have just been like, Clara, I'll do bad things to you, girl.
You know why I would do bad things.
It would have just. I think it would have came off bad. I would love to see Doug. I wish we could get Doug on and have him run those lines on screen.
Oh, like him reading Sophia lines.
Yeah,
that actually
reading the Sophia lines. If he was able to do that for us,
or they should do like videos together where the two of them read their lines to each other. Jessica says Sophia wearing Tia Chen's funeral dress in the photo. I did see that.
Yes,
I've seen people say that in our photo here.
Well,
that's
the same dress. It's her dress. It's not. She's wearing her dress. That's her dress. She's rocking her dress. The other one is rocking the dress and stuff and everything. And listen, and let's get through. That is not Clara in the photo.
Oh yeah, right? That's not Boyd. And I hear someone says that Boyd and Clara.
Yeah,
Shut
that's
up.
not Boyd. All black people look the same. Goddamn, that's not Boyd. That's not Clara in the photo.
Jimi Hendrix either. Shut up.
No, it's not. And everything. What's behind them? What is that sign? There's coffee sign right behind them, right there.
Yeah, that's what it looks like. Coffee sign.
Yeah, coffee right there. All right, cool. All right, so let's pull it.
And then Julie's
we're giving people too much content, Phil. The people watching.
I know. We got to save this. We got to save this for the videos, man. We got to save this for the videos.
We're giving too much content, man, for the videos and stuff.
Okay, so Sophia and Clara catch up. Sophia gets Clara to Sarah's house, and this Sophia is just like, Sarah, is anyone home? I'm gonna be evil now. It's just she's not even worried at all. And then she grabs a knife and she says, "Come up to my room." And Clara is just like, "Okay, I'll go up to your room." And she makes some comment, says the room isn't her color. You think that was a yellow comment? Was that a little slight?
That is definitely.
Yellow is my favorite color. Clara's scared, but she says, "Don't worry, Clara. Nothing to be scared about. We made a bargain, and I told you I needed your help. She told you she would let her go home, and we don't usually get good shots in from, but this was a visual, really good shot of the mirror with them in the mirror and seeing the reflection of them on the desk there. I thought it was really cool.
And it also dispels any vampire stuff with the mirror shot, right?
I didn't even think about that, but you're right. That they could have put that just in as like no vampire thing right there, because television vampires can't see themselves. So we get some history about the meeting. Clara thought it was a dream. Sophia says they're going to the tunnel. It's not going to go well. They get the right idea, but the place is built on ritual. It's how you do it just as important as what you do. Clara asks, and then she asks Clara, "Do you like games?" And this is another line I would have liked to hear Doug say. She goes, "Clara, answer me. Answer me when I ask you a question. I love playing games. I'm playing so many games. I need to speed up my game." So he cuts her hand and tells her to grab her hand or she'll do horrible things to her. And she casually gives her some blood and tells her this next part's going to hurt. And she calls her a good girl. And the way she says good girl, it's almost like she thinks of her as a pet. And it's a similar look that she gives Elgen. Like there's a look and there's a meme going around that's very accurate. It's like when the villain thinks the hero is the stupidest person in the world. Like she gives Elgen a look later where she's like, "Elgen, are you really showing me this picture?" She's like, "I didn't want to kill you, dude." Like just a look on her face. Like, "I didn't want to give you the evil death touch. Oh, I'm sorry." Like, don't make me do it. And then Sophia lets her in and she really enjoys herself. Okay, so we get Boyd, Kenny, and telling Donna everything. This is a great fucking scene, Tony. It's a funny scene. They tell Donna the whole plan, and Donna's like, "I don't want to be an asshole or not, but your plan fucking sucks. It's stupid. People are gonna die." And they're just, and Boyd and Jade are just like, no, don't worry. And she's like, "If you open up the window, if you open up that tree, it's gonna be like opening in a window, and the talisman's not gonna work whether you have a sheet or not." Like she said, just by removing the tree, it's like opening a door in one of the houses that have.
But then you could really just put a sheet over top of that.
If the sheet just works.
I mean, everything else. Vines worked for Boyd. There was no gaps in the vines, right? When he found there was gaps in the vines when he found the talismans, and that worked. So if the vines with holes in it, and they look like the goddamn beads my aunt used to have in the 70s in her doorway and stuff that she kept up all the way through the 80s and stuff that we used to run through, the way the vines were hanging down there and stuff. So if vines can work, then why does it have to be a solid thing? It's inconsistent.
And now that we know this, did you ever see? Have you ever seen? Remember in the Karate Kid when Daniel LaRusso's in the shower costume? Like, why? Like, I just be building some shower. If this works, build some shower costumes and put a talisman on the inside of the shower costume and walk around with, like, you're protected on all sides.
Yeah. Or just take a tent, right? Or a box like Metal Gear Solid.
Yeah,
and walk with the box. Walk with the box and set them on top of the boats. Pull the boats. And
you're like Solid Snake, dude. Yeah, totally. You turn to Solid Snake.
The box.
Dude, I'm with you. Like, what the fuck?
You hear the sound and shit. And then walk and sit back down, walk past them and sit back down, and just do the whole Metal Gear Solid the way it the fuck out.
I would be suggesting that same thing. Okay, so Jade says, don't worry, those things are afraid of the bones. How do you know that, Jade? I felt it in my trip. Like, and Donna has, and I think almost everything Donna says here might end up being true. I don't know. Donna's like, you're putting a lot of goddamn faith in mushrooms. Donna says, but if you succeed, what's going to happen? We're going to just hop in our cars and drive home? And Boyd's like, I don't know. And she's like,
what's the next step? And they haven't figured the next step out. What's the next? All right, we got the bones. Now what? I mean, it would have to be the Lake of Tears. I mean, I think that's what would happen, but they're not aware of that. But I think it would have to be, they have to go in the Lake of Tears.
Or is Jade thinking that someone will tell him once they figure it out? Who knows? Okay, so so you guys figured out enough to go fuck yourself, and Boyd's like, man in yellow, XYZ, and Don's like, I get it, but I know it's. But it's too risky, and I hope your plan's okay. It works. This next scene is weird, and it's no use talking about it, but like, I don't like how they did this, and I don't want to be weird, but I just don't like this transition. Like, they could have just cut this whole point right here and just cut to Boyd and Christy talking in the police office. But they have this moment where they sort of fade out the audio of the two of them walking away. Her and Boyd go for a walk, and she's telling him like, oh, Fatima's pulse was way down, and they're like fading down the audio as they're talking and as they're walking away. I don't know. It was just a weird choice, a weird editing choice that I pointed out, and I can be a little asshole here. And it bothered me a little bit.
Yeah, I understand why they did it. We really didn't need to hear what they said, you know what I mean? I always have the closed captions on during the show and stuff like that, and then it goes inaudible, at that time and everything.
It's just a weird transition for me. I feel like they could have just cut to the other scene, but whatever. I'm just being a dickhead a little bit. It was just odd. That was odd with the subtitles, because the subtitles were strong, and it was like an audio hallucination where I'm like, is it getting quiet? Like, for some reason, and I had to rewind, and then I'm like, oh, they're fading it. Like, we know this information, but they want to show you Christy telling him, but they didn't want to cut. I don't know. It was weird. It was just a little awkward to me.
No, I agree.
Anyways, and there was another moment that happened in the scene with Boyd and Christy that I don't know if it was intentional, and people can tell me if anyone else heard it. So we go in this. Suddenly, we get to Henry and the face burner girl, whose name I refuse to learn for some reason, and her fucking stupid cookies.
Why is her face so fucked up still? Like, why didn't you wash the blood off your face? Like, there's no need for you to have there's no need to have dried up blood on you. Like, we know who you are. We know your face got fucked up, right? And I understand people saying it's a burn and everything else. Cover that motherfucker. You don't just have a burn out there like that. You have to put some fucking bacterial something, some aloe, and put a pad over that shit. There's no need for you to be walking around with that shit exposed like that. We don't need to see that shit. We understand who you are. We see it. You know what I mean? I just don't know why they didn't put something to help it heal a little bit better. And this place, everybody heals very fast.
I was just going to say that she's the only person that's healing slow. And I love how everyone in the live chat's calling her Two-Face or Patty Melt. You guys in the live chat are too hilarious.
Yeah, funny. People like, lets that shit in. Air ain't letting that shit heal. You know what lets that shit in? Neosporin. That's what lets that shit heal. All right. She needs to get some of that shit on there. Neosporin that bitch or something going on there. Get a graft or
There's
something.
some shit. So Henry wants to know what's up with the damn carousel horse, which is a good question. Face burn girl Patty, everybody. I'm sorry, I know her damn name. Asks, I don't know. I think it's always been there. He's like, did someone drive here with this? And he's like, I don't get it. Do you want some cookies? And he's like, I don't want any of your fucking cookies. But he says it nicely. And she says, baking used to help, but nothing helps here. But I used to bake good cookies, but now my cookies suck. But someone's going to be hungry enough to eat them. And she puts them down and walks away. And then Henry grabs a cookie. He
grabbed that shit fast as fuck. I'm gonna tell a story real quick. I was in this bar. It's called the Caboose. It's in Gloversville, New York, and shit. And I ordered I ordered 4 Domino's pizzas because I was fucking starving. So I ordered 4 pizzas. Obviously, I can't eat all 4 pieces, right? So I'm giving them out to people and I have it there, And I'm sitting there and I'm eating and I'm offering people. I'm like, yo, y'all want some? You want some pizza? Everyone's like, nah, we good. I'm like, you sure you want some? You can have some. I ain't gonna eat all this. Like, nah, we good. Dude, I went on the fucking porch to smoke a fucking Black and Mild. As soon as I went on that porch, and I could see right through the windows, the whole place rusted. One girl grabbed the box and took the box home with her. Like, she just grabbed the box with her home and bounced with it, with full pizza and shit. And everyone just started grabbing it. Like, couldn't you just, I offered it to you. Why'd you have to wait for me to leave in order for you to do it? And that's what it felt like with her when she was there. Like, why you gotta wait, bro? Just take it.
Yeah,
she offered it to you.
No one wants to admit they want the burnt cookies. They just want to do it on their own, Yeah, 100%. Okay, so he eats the cookies in. He gets a flash into the other universe or vision, whatever you want to call it. And Victor's eating, and he's eating a cheeseburger with Victor. And Victor's got him some provolone cheese because we know that's important. And he liked it. And Scott is great. Scott is a great actor.
He really
the way he plays Victor, and then this Victor is completely different. Fucking fireworks and thunder. This Victor is ominous, dude. Vic is ominous. Like, even the way he talks. And one of the weirdest parts of all of this is the doctor's name is, see, you got to give Henry a little credit for sort of starting to call bullshit on this a little bit. The doctor's name is Dr. Boyd.
Why would you do that? You know what I mean? Like,
stupid,
if you're trying to convince somebody or something, why would you do?
They're like Babe Ruth calling their shot. Is it ego there?
It's too much. Dr. Boyd, you know what I mean? Come on, man. Come on now. And then we heard you talk about Boyd and Ethan and the man. Yeah, like, come on, man. Like, you're overselling it. Overselling it.
I think that might come to bite them in their ass later, because I think that's just, to your point, that's just too much. Like, why make the doctor's name Boyd? If this is just all the Man in Yellows, that's ego, dude. The Man in Yellow, 7 deadly sins, and his is pride. Like, it's too much. It's too much.
Should have known better. Should have known better than that shit.
So Dr. Boyd, Vic is like, in Henry's like, I will not kill the anchor I will not stop the anchor because the anchor's you. And other Vic is like, I'm not that broken boy, dude. I'm Vic from the
broken boy. That's a Game of Thrones line, right there.
I'm not Bran.
That's from Game of Thrones. The broken boy, Bran. The broken boy.
I'm not alone. I got family. I got kill that other me and come back to reality. Your family misses you. And then Henry asks a good question. How do I kill you? Do I kill you with my bare hands? And he says, no, just accept that it's not real and the world will deliver it. And bam, he's back from this land, and other Victor's there and says, Dad, you don't look so good, Dad. What's going on, Dad? And Henry says, Victor, I'm leaving on a jet plane. I need to be alone. And he runs off. And we go off. Damn, it's fucking fireworks display central over here, I guess. And we go off to Boyd and Christy, which really should have started their talk. Again, I'm sorry, I don't want to belabor the point, but they could have just started this conversation here. We go off to Boyd and Christy finishing the talk. Boyd has no plan. Christy's like, what the fuck? Should I say something to Ellis? And he goes, no one should ever say anything to Ellis ever.
Yeah, don't tell Ellis shit. Don't tell. Real quick, it's like Victor the tree hugger. All right, listen. Let me put this. Today's Father's Day. Happy Father's Day to everybody out there. All the fathers out there.
Tony, happy Father's Day to you. Congratulations on your daughter graduating not too long ago, and congratulations.
I appreciate it. But what my Father's Day gift was, I went on a hike to a place where it's called the grandmother tree. Y'all can look it up. It's called in New York, the grandmother tree, one of the tallest trees in all of New York State and everything else. And when I went to the grandmother's tree today, I hugged that fucking grandmother's tree today. All right. So yeah, I love the trees. I hugged it and I was happy to take pictures. And if you go on my Instagram, you'll see I shot a video by it and everything else. So, listen, ain't nothing wrong with hugging a tree. God damn it. Trees are beautiful, majestic things on this planet. And when you see the immenseness of the size of this tree, it's just awe-inspiring and everything else. You know what I mean? So no, I guess I'm a tree hugger too. I guess I got to get down with Vic.
Welcome to the club, Tony. Where there's plenty of room on our Grateful Dead bus. You're from fan. What a long, strange trip it's been. I mean, you're the captain of this from ship. You gotta start taking some mushrooms, jumping in the hippie thing. Okay, so they talk. He says, Marielle, don't tell Ellis anything because Ellis can't do shit. Oh, and by the way, don't tell Fatima.
People like, you damn tree hugging Tony Tefla. I know you joking, Nick Nat. Listen, I ain't a punk, brother. It's because I hug a tree. Don't mean
Don't mean he won't chop one down if he has to. He's got an axe in one hand.
I truly love nature, and I think that more people should really appreciate nature, and that's why I wanted to go and do this today, because I appreciate being in the forest. Like, I was in the forest, I was smelling the forest. It was just amazing. You know what I mean? The person I was with and was going in the woods, and they were finding different types of mushrooms and taking them, and they're gonna use them to make some.
She was eating mushrooms.
No, she was grabbing them off the thing.
She was doing a jade. She was taking jade mushrooms.
She knew everything. That every mushroom that was there, it's like it called it out, knew it, boom, boom, grabbed it up, and everything. That was a very, very pleasant experience. I had a very good time.
Nice. Good to hear. Good to hear you had a good day. And where are we at? Okay, so yeah, Marielle, or he says, Marielle can stay with Fatima. I need you, Christy, to come get some supplies and come to the bottle tree and help me. We're going home. And the best way to help Fatima in this situation isn't to tell them what's going on. It's to get them the fuck out of here. We have to get the fuck out of here. Boyd, I love you to death, dude. And great performance by Harold as always. I feel like it's redundant to say that. That's just like saying water's wet. Harold gives a good performance. But you feel bad for Boyd. You're not going home, Boyd. This isn't going to work. No. Sophia's too involved. It's not going to work. And Boyd and Tabitha and Jade aren't to be trusted. They've been killed in this time frame so many times. I could totally see, and this isn't anything. This is just, again, a guess. We could totally see a heel turn with Tabitha and Jade. And by the way, someone on our podcast made a comment about loving that you made a random wrestling reference and said Jim Cornette would be proud of Tony's subtle wrestling references through the entire podcast. So I have to give credit. I forget that was a comment on the podcast this week, and I forgot to tell you. But someone complimented your random wrestling references here and there.
I'll say, listen, I was at the first ever WrestleMania Madison Square Garden, and then me and my cousin Jamel went to the first ever SummerSlam in Madison Square Garden. So I seen the honky tonk man get his ass kicked by the Ultimate Warrior.
Ultimate Warrior, the 2-second squash match.
Yeah, and I would say that still to this day, I've never heard anything louder in my life than that roar when that music hit and that dude ran to that ring. It still registers to me as the loudest moment I've ever heard in my life. Ever.
Yeah, no, I actually remember watching that movie and that, we won't talk about, this will be the last thing. Honky Tonk Man was the all-time, he had the Intercontinental Championship for so fucking long.
He did.
And that was all leading up to the Hulk versus Ultimate Warrior, where Hulk finally got his fucking ass kicked in that.
Tony only hugged the tree because Acosta was watching Tony's compromise.
Fair. That's a fair.
If you were to say that, then yes, maybe she was. Maybe Acosta was watching. Maybe this fictional character came to life somehow.
Not an unfair assessment of the situation. Okay, going off to Julie and Ethan getting told the dude in yellow came into their house and the talismans didn't work. And Julie's like, and did it kill Dad too? And did it kill Dad because of what you and Jade found out? And she's acting like a teenager, and she's a stoned teenager. And is this because knowledge comes at a Acosta? Is that why it happened? And Tabitha's just like, yup. Yup,
Mhm.
yup. Did it. And Julie's like, this place lies. It's fucking stupid. What everything you're listening to is wrong. You weren't some savior going back in time and saving kids. You're an asshole. This place is an asshole, and I hate you, Mom, and I hate you too. I saw the Yellow Man. Who gives a shit about the Yellow Man, Tony? I saw the Yellow Man. He was eating a bunch of dead people. I thought I could travel in time and save Dad. I fuck you. Fuck you. This. I can't do it. I can't do anything. All I did was give myself seizures. And this talisman. How the fuck's this thing work, Mom? If you were here before, show me. You walked to school in 10 feet of snow. Show me what it fucking means, Mom.
Mhm.
This place lies to us. And then she said, fuck off and walk. What did you think of Julie's whole situation in this episode?
Yeah, we talked a little about
this.
We talked a little bit about Julie's situation. Again, it depends on how you look at it. When you look at it from us, a viewer standpoint, looking at it from the outside in, it looks ridiculous what she's doing and everything else. But when you take into account what she's going through, if you're just looking from someone on the inside, then you could see exactly why she would be going through this and why she would feel this way and everything else. And it is hurting her body, giving her seizures and stuff. So I don't like it as someone who's watching it and everything else, but I definitely I understand it and stuff.
Thank you, Mika. I know,
Mika, you give Phil more money than me. You love him more than me.
No, that's for you, isn't it? Or is
no, it doesn't it? I don't understand that. I thought the symbol next to it means you. That's the circle.
I don't even think my chat's open. That's why. Like,
I think it's
okay. I have my chat closed tonight for two reasons, Mika.
Well, if it is for me or Phil, thank you, Mika. I was just
we appreciate it.
Yeah, I know I'm playing. Anyway, hey, Phil, I can't comment on your live show or anything. How come?
Yeah, I have the chat turned off tonight because it's the premiere of House of the Dragon. So I know some people are tuning in to try to see House of the Dragon. So I don't want those questions coming in. There's also a few other reasons I have that turned off for tonight, but it will be back turned on next week. I think if people that are smart will know why I have that turned off right now. So sorry, everybody.
Yeah, so yeah, it's House of the Dragon time. I was supposed to be on with Gray Area today. Phil was able to do it again. I agreed to go on with her, but I had no idea it was Father's Day until I woke up this morning. I had no idea. Usually I go to the Boxing Hall of Fame, and that's when I realize, because it's always on Father's Day weekend and stuff. You know what I mean? So usually that's what it is, and I didn't go this year, so I had no idea when it was set. So that's why I think everything threw me off and all that good stuff and everything. But I apologize to Gray. I'm so sorry. I promise you I'll be on the next one and everyone after that. It was just that I was out there and, got taken out, went to eat after, wanted to walk and then went to eat and then had a few drinks and stuff, So I was out all day and then all the way out past Lake George and everything else like that over there and stuff,
You were missed, but good vibes all around.
And what up to Mandrell? I mean, I haven't seen Mandrell in a little bit. Always got to shout my brother out, Mandrell, and all that.
The best. One of our COVID streamers. Okay, so let's get back into this recap. We go after Clara, drop in the Man in Yellow's blood into some tonic, and she heads into the doctor's office. And let's get this super chat before we get to this scene here, because we got one more super chat from MD Verado. Tony, you're showing your age. One of my favorite wrestling moments was in the Mega Powers, Hogan and Savage, and then they tried, and there was that whole battle with he thought Hogan was making eyes on Miss Elizabeth.
Yeah, you're a prima donna. And then they showed his hand. He goes, "Watch the clip." And then Hogan was trying to hold her up, and his hand went on Elizabeth's ass.
And then Hogan showed
and he froze it, and he's like, "Look right there."
And then Hogan showed the future clip. No, brother, you got to see the whole clip. And it shows he's like helping Elizabeth's dress on or something like that.
Listen, I love my age. I lived in the greatest decades I think on this planet. I lived through the 80s. I grew up in the 90s and I made it through the 2000s. And I think that, listen, those are the greatest decades I think that ever. I've seen every video. I played every video game system ever fucking created. Everyone ever created, I played that motherfucker. And not anybody can say that shit.
You went from Pong to having a VR headset right now.
Exactly. So I love the era I grew up in. I would never ask for another era, and I'll take it all day. And I look better than all these motherfuckers younger than me. Right? And that's it. I don't give a fuck what y'all say. You know what I'm saying?
I with Tony for sure. And especially the technology. We got to see the introduction of VCRs and DVDs and all that sort of stuff, and rotary phones to touchtone phones to cell phones to pay. We got to see pay phones completely disappear.
I got to have a fucking beeper.
Pager.
You know fun?
Yeah, pager. We got to have pagers, dude.
Beeper. I had a fucking
Tony,
beeper.
you know what 143 means on a pager. When someone
Uh-huh.
says 143 or 911 or 428,
Yeah,
like
I love my beeper. I love myself. I love my beeper to this day more than I love my cell phone. I loved my beeper. My beeper was an amazing time in my life having that on my hip. I went through all that. I seen hip hop created. I remember when it was just starting when I was a little kid, and my brother would take me to the parks and they were just playing and people were out there dancing. I remember people carrying rolls of linoleum around with them and throwing the linoleum down and start breakdancing on it, and everyone just be rolling with big sacks of linoleum. I remember dudes just had white gloves in their pocket and they just throw them on and just start popping and stuff like that, and it just go down. I went through all that. I've seen the whole evolution of it all, and not many people can say that they've seen the creation of a whole culture of people that spread throughout the world, and I was a part of it from the beginning. So I'd take my era over any one of these motherfuckers ever, any day.
I'm with you, Tony. So, excuse me. So she heads into the doctor's office and he bumps into Marielle. And Clara is going to give Fatima the family recipe. And Clara is being sketchy as hell as she comes into the room with Fatima, and she's like, hey, Fatima, will you drink this? And Fatima's like, yeah, I'll drink it. As I forgot to mention earlier, Marielle and Christy gave Fatima a jigsaw puzzle to keep her busy, to pretend that she's a cognitive test. Like, do a fucking jigsaw puzzle, Fatima. Shut the fuck up. Stay out of it. We can't figure out anything you can do. Smoke some weed. Do a jigsaw puzzle. And Clara is like, you got to drink this shit, Tony. Okay, if I come into a room and you trust me, Tony, like you generally, if I come into a room and I hand you something to drink, this is one of those things, like, this is code to you. If I hand you something to drink and I say, drink this, and you say, sure, cool, I will. It's awesome. Thank you for making me drink. And I go, no, dude, you got to drink it now.
Then I'm saying, why? Why?
Yeah, that's code to you to never drink it. That's code to you.
No, as soon as you say that, I'm like, why I got to drink this shit now? You drink it first.
Fatima's like, what's the worst that could happen? I'll drink it right now.
I swear to you, I don't give a fuck if it was my mother that came to me and said that. I'd be like, why I gotta drink it now? You drink it first.
I'm not drinking it now.
As soon as you said it, it would have set the alarm right off. It would have been a wrap. And I'm like, well, why? Why I gotta drink this shit now?
Dude, add to it that you just imagine if 2 weeks ago you just squished a smiley out your butt. Mm-hmm. like still, wouldn't you be in, and you just went to the hospital because your stomach has a bunch of fucking shit on it? Wouldn't you? And I know with Fatima, I'm just using Tony as the example there. Why wouldn't you be apprehensive of trusting someone giving you a mystery liquid? We're giving Elgen a hard time tonight too, but I don't want to let Fatima off the hook because this was pretty fucking stupid too.
Yeah, especially like, listen, I don't know who Claire is. Like, I don't know her relationship with everybody in there. You know what I mean? But I'm gonna say, I'm gonna go on a limb here and say she wasn't a part of the orgy. Maybe she wasn't part of the orgies. I don't know. Maybe she was that chick that was riding that dude in this first episode. Maybe that was it. Maybe that was Clara's ass on that dude. We have to interview the actress to see. But I'm gonna say, if that's not her, I'm gonna say that probably not. So I don't understand the relationship, but I don't know if she's ever crafted shit like that. If she was a tea crafter and she was making tea all the time for people and it would be natural, then I could understand it. But if she wasn't like that and all of a sudden you just come with a thermos to me and you're saying you need to drink this shit now, I'd be like, bitch, you're going to drink this shit first. Yeah. And you're not getting out of the room until you do it, because now you done peaked my, no. I'm like, no. Sit your big ass down and you're going to drink this motherfucker right in front of me.
I've seen way too many movies. We've both seen, everyone has seen way too many movies in their life to fall for the drink this scam. Unless someone was playing that, not when they're that guilty about it. Like she didn't, like, you leave it there, Fatima will drink it eventually. But no, it was like, no, you have to drink it now for it to be potent. Like, basically is what she said. Like, well, what are you saying, Clara? And Fatima is just, are you that distracted by your puzzle? Maybe your vital signs are low. Maybe you are dead. Because that was just stupid decision making by Fatima. No 100%. Sense, no survival instinct. And I know Ellis was somewhere else helping out, but that's why Ellis needs to be there, because that's the moment where Ellis's prickliness comes into play and says, no, you're not drinking that shit. If Ellis was there, Ellis would have knocked that shit down off the table and been like,
I sniff shit. Like, we seen Sophia sniffing shit. Like, my nose is to the shit. Like, if you bring me, I need to sniff it before I go.
Kind of smells like demon blood.
And I'm not taking like a full gulp. I'm doing a
demon blood.
Y'all know what that is? Y'all in the chat, you know what this is? That's what I'm doing. Like brand new shit I've never tried. I don't just slug that shit down. I give them that. Because I need to taste this motherfucker. I need to know what
does with that shit. She took it right down. She swallowed
that shit right there. See, they tried to get me one time. In my life, I remember I was in the bar and this dude came to me and he said, hey, take this shot. I said, what the fuck is it? He said, Sambuca. And the name sounds great. Sambuca. Like you hear Sambuca, it sounds good. Like, oh, Sambuca. It's a good name. I took that shit. Fucking licorice? No, I'm not drinking this shit. It's
like Goldenschlager or something like that.
Goldschlager was good. That was cinnamon. That's
you like that? You like that? I don't like.
Yeah, I could take Goldschlager.
I can't deal with Goldschlager or Southern Comfort. Like that stuff's too much.
Southern Comfort was my drink.
Oh, I threw up. It was when I first started drinking, but I threw up once from it. I could never drink Southern Comfort.
I used to drink Southern Comfort and blackberry brandy. Like those were my. I used to get the little bottles, and I used to be out on the corner hustling in the wintertime, and we do them. It get cold, we take a shot of that. We just keep doing our thing and stuff like that. You know what I mean?
SoCo was the shit until I had my one nightmare in SoCo. I that was my big thing.
Carla, you're too beautiful to like Sambuca. God it! It's a good name. It sounds good, Sambuca. It sounds good. The black licorice. No.
The only thing I really know about Sambuca is there's Sambuca milkshakes that you can light on fire. Like that you light the top on fire, it burns. It's like a Sambuca milkshake. Okay, so Sketchy Clara makes her drink it, and she apologizes. Right after she apologizes, sorry, this tastes like demon blood shit. And then she runs out of there crying. So Victor is some old man. Victor goes to his mom, and Victor's hanging out with some old man in the scene. Victor goes to his mom, and what he says at the grave is kind of irrelevant. He's just like, well, if you're not like there, how do I pray to you? Because dad is a fucking lunatic, fucking idiot, and I can't say things because I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. And then the boy in white shows up, and he's like, go away, this is private. And the boy in white's like, do you know what your friends are doing? And Victor's like, no.
The uncle was out there, boy. He was out there. He had his fucking pants pulled past his belly button and everything.
Dude, that voice is deep now. That voice is
deep. That shit is Barry White now. Dude, he's like, you know what they're doing out there with that tree boy. You better get out there and prevent that shit with that tree boy. Right.
Hey, Victor, you're looking pretty, idiot. Looking pretty in that hat. Hey, Victor, looking pretty special in that hat. Sorry.
Hey, boy. You're looking mighty cute in them jeans.
Yeah, that's what.
Why don't you come over here and XYZ in my XYZ?
We'll leave it at the XYZ.
Hey, boy. You're looking mighty cute in them jeans.
Hey, I'm the boy in white. What's going on, Tony? I'm really a kid. I'm totally the boy in white.
You know what makes that joke work so well with Eddie Murphy is the word mighty. It wouldn't work if that one word wasn't there, but the fact that he said you look mighty cute.
Mighty cute. That's where his joke writing ability is so precise. Like,
it's that word. You look mighty cute. That mighty. That word.
Mighty cute in them jeans.
Hey, no one says mighty. Who says mighty?
Hey, Norton, I know that you know that I know. You know, like there was just like one little word, you know, the way he says that. Okay, it's just great. So Dude in White says, we talked about this before, pulling out the trees.
Pulling out the tree is bad, Victor. Don't pull out the tree. If you do it, bad stuff will happen. Don't do it, Victor.
So do you think, again, I know I've said that I think the boy in white's evil. You've been on record to say you have your problems with he's a creepy little boy in white. Is he selfish? Is he okay? If we're looking at that moral scale, is he like the D&D scale? Is he chaotic good, chaotic bad? Like where do you think the boy in white lays?
I just think it's too corny for it just to be the boy in white is a good guy. He has to be bad. There's no way around it. If he turns out to be good, I'll say it straight up that it's corny. It's so cliche that you're gonna have this little white boy in white be the savior of everything like that. It can't do that.
It has to be more complicated than that. He can't be a good directly force. The grandpa in white, he's the unk in white right now, as Tony said.
Next season he'll be
great.
Henry in this
Yeah,
motherfucker.
He'll
He'll have a walker and shit. Next season he'll come out there walking like Victor.
Hey, Victor. Hey, old man. It's me, the boy in white. I told you not to knock down that fucking tree. Now I have sciatica.
Yeah, he'll be all fucked up by next season.
Oh, poor guy.
What up to Robin? I seen you, girl, in the chat. Let me say what up real quick to a couple of people. First and foremost, let me say what up to my girl Robin up in the chat. I seen her on there. She went, what up to Nove up in the building? What up to Lee in the building? What up to TNX in the building? What up to what's this
Headbuster?
Headbuster. This dude, don't box him. I mean, he's listen. The bottom line is this. If someone's name is Headbuster,
his name's not lying. His name doesn't look like he's lying, dude.
And you fuck with him, that's on you. Like you've been given fair fucking warning.
He's warning Tony. Yeah, right. He's warning you that day.
It's fair warning. It's fair warning. It's fair warning and everything. If someone's killed, body collector, that's on you if you fuck with that dude. Carlos is in the building rocking with us right around. L is up in the building rocking with us right now. All right, we'll give some more shout outs to people in a little bit. We'll continue. Let's figure this out.
We're almost done. We're zipping through the recap, so we'll have a lot of time to open up the phone lines and get to you guys in a moment here. We're almost done with this one. Boyd is another great monologue here. Boyd's praying, saying, listen, I'm not here for you. I don't like you motherfuckers. I fucking hate you. I'm here for my son. He's a dumbass. And Fatima, they don't deserve this kind of shit. He's a painter. He doesn't have any skills. Like don't make let's save this kid. We got to get my people home. Fuck you. I hate you. So then Sarah comes in and Boyd says, listen, this is between you and me. And he tells her about Fatima. He says, tells her about the whole Fatima situation and asks, when you heard those voices that were laughing and said you couldn't save her, we couldn't save her, but we saved her, right? Didn't we? And this was the line that sounded weird to me. Did anybody else that watched the episode think there was an editing thing on the line? Didn't we? He said, we saved her, didn't we? It almost sounded like it was his lines were doubled. Again, this is a stupid little editing thing. It has nothing to do with the episode. I can't find any significance to the aspect of what was going on in the show. Tony, I don't know if you noticed this was such a little moment on the line where he says, he's talking to Sarah and he says, we saved her, right? Like talking about Fatima. We saved her, didn't we? The line, didn't we? It sounded like there was an audio mistake in the editing and they doubled Boyd's voice for a second. And it was like a chorus effect. Like, didn't we? It was like a weird double we.
It was definitely something going on there.
And was it intentional, do you think?
I would hope it was, but definitely if you go back, it could be audio that they missed it.
I don't think I was tweaking.
Definitely a doubling.
There's like a audio glitch there or something in that line. I don't think I was tweaking. I don't think I was. I have taken mushrooms, but I don't think I was having a flashback in that moment personally. But maybe.
Yeah, without a shadow of a doubt, something was going on there.
I don't know if it. So you did hear it.
Yep.
Okay, good. At least so I wasn't tripping. At least one other person heard it. So Sarah says, Sarah explains why talking to people doesn't really amount to much after a while. She says, you know what? I don't know. That's her answer when he's like, did we save her? What's going on? Sarah's just like, I don't know, but I am coming with you. But yeah, that was her reaction, Tony. It was just like, I don't know.
Yeah, how the fuck do I know? How would I know? How would I know? How would I know what the fuck is going on there?
But I'm going. So Tabitha's on the porch looking at the talisman. Ethan comes out and asks if what he saw earlier in the season was really his dad. And Tabitha's like, I don't know. And Ethan is like, a lot of I don't know in this episode. And Ethan's like, well, you should listen to what's in your head. Don't be afraid to believe. And gets the little after school special message here. Don't be afraid to believe, Mom. This place fucks with you to make you doubt yourself. And then they hug. And then she sees the Anakui kids and they're all pointing and she looks down at the talisman. So at that point, they're pointing at her to look at the talisman so she can figure out that her and Jade are the ones on the talisman.
Yeah. Well, I would say this too. Again, I have told y'all from the beginning of this show, right? Back when it was this me and a few other people, not that started just covering this show, right? And I told y'all all the time, so much. I said, simple. You need to keep it simple. That's the way these writers.
You forgot the last word of that. Keep it simple, stupid.
Yeah, I did. I used to say keep it simple. So yeah, overthinking shit. Yeah, everything else. You're seeing all these markings on it. Everyone came up. This is the Greek gods. This is what they represented children. That's all it was. And I said it when I broke it down from the talisman. I said there's two people on the talisman, and there looks like there's a sun rising and a sun setting. And I said it was trees around that shit. That's what I thought it was. I didn't say any craziness about these goddamn Greek gods, these other things. It didn't mean shit. It just meant the children. That's it.
Yeah, that's it. The kids.
It's simple as it gets. Tabitha, it's Jade, it's the sun comes up, the sun goes down, and at the end, it's just children around them. It's really that simple.
It was just the kids when it came down
to it. That's all it is. Nothing special here.
So Nordic aliens, Larry. So Jade put together some Morse code situations, and he shows Kenny and Boyd, and it's nice. They got some Morse code so they can somewhat talk. And Victor comes in. Are you guys really pulling down the tree? And Victor says, but the boy in white said not to. And Boyd immediately shuts that shit down. He's like, the boy in white's a creepy little bastard. Why doesn't he come here and talk to us? Victor's like, no, he's my friend. Boyd's like, fuck that boy in white. Fuck him. He's not helping doing shit. We're getting people out. Fuck you too, Victor. And Victor says the stupidest thing you could ever say. He's like, I'm going to stop you. And as you said earlier, I'll let you cook on this in a second. Victor's like, I'm going to stop you. And Boyd says, we gotta go. We should talk first. And then he follows him and basically arrests him. He like tackles him on the street. It's an uncomfortable scene to watch.
You're going to stop us or you go to jail.
So Tony, what you were saying earlier, what was Victor going to do? Like, what the fuck?
He just threw him in jail for disorderly conduct when cops just make up that rule just to throw you in jail. Disorderly conduct be done. That's it.
This was a totally believable scene.
Victor was buck wild until those cuffs got put on his ass. And then once they cuffed his ass up, all of a sudden, Victor was calm as fuck. Before he was like, no. When the cuffs went on, and I was like, what happened to all that wildness? Where would all that go? Cuffs got put on his ass. He calmed the fuck down real quick.
It was hilarious. And he just brings him right to Tabitha comes over. What are you doing while you handcuff him? And Boyd's like, I'm just stopping a fucking problem before it starts. And then Mother didn't do anything. She's like, oh, okay, that makes sense. But I'm the one, I gotta go. Tabitha says it's gotta be me and Jade. She shows him the talisman. She says, look, I watched Tony Teflon's video. These two people are me and Jade. It has to be us. We're the only two that need to go down there. She quotes Sophia where she says, the way we do things matters. Like, it's not just figuring it out, it's the way we do it. So this is a known commodity. This is some situation.
It came to her. She figured it out that it had to be her.
Yep.
You know, and it's great that she did, because she didn't figure that, because once she gets the man in yellow gets relayed the information, gets a little nervous then.
Yep. And yes, Socrates Curse. Great name, by the way. Socrates Curse. I like that. That'd be a great band name. The 8F, there were 8 of them, and there is some speculation as the same outfit possibly that the boy in white might be the lost child, but we don't know. He might be the last member of the crew. So and I did want to mention that before. I meant to say this earlier. The boy in white, when Victor in the scene with Victor, before we get too far away from that, when Victor says, do you know what the kids are doing? Do you know what everyone's doing? And Victor says, yeah, they're digging up the bones. And Boy in White doesn't give a shit about the bones. Boy in White says, yeah, fucking bones. They're plucking up the tree. So the Boy in White doesn't give a shit about the bones. Didn't say anything about the bones. Didn't have any reaction to them digging up the bones. All he cares about is that goddamn tree. I don't know what that means, if it has any value, or if the bones are a red herring and it's really all about the tree. And whatever, like, it's about getting that tree up to open up like he says to Tabitha, maybe you're going to unlock this thing, but it has actually nothing to do with the bones. And the bones are just literally like much to do about nothing. And they end up being,
I really thought the bones didn't mean anything when it was all said and done. But in the end, it seems like they do.
Yeah.
It seems like they do have some ties to this fucking place. It could be like, It's like the candlestick with Colonel Mustard. Like it's like you have to grab that and you got to figure it out. And it's just a piece on the board and everything.
Yeah, possibly. So Tabitha says it has to be me, and they go. And quotes. So then we get to Boyd ringing his bell. He bumps into Sophia. This is a fucked up scene where he bumps into Sophia, who's like, "Oh, hey, I'm totally gonna go help with the prep. It's awesome." And then does something even more suspicious. And Bacta, I talked about you in the preseason. I said I thought you were going to be a smart character that might come up with some interesting stuff. You're stupid too. But I'd immediately report this to Boyd. Like the minute Sophia just touches the jukebox and makes it work, like she goes, don't bother pushing those buttons on the jukebox, Sophia. It doesn't really work, you know. And Sophia's like, what? And just pushes the buttons on the jukebox and plays her damn song and plays the Jackson Brown song.
Too cocky. It's like it's too cocky. Like she's just doing too much, and then Bacta's like, "How'd you do that?" And then no one else catches it.
And Bacta doesn't say anything to anybody. Bacta just shrugs it. And I'd be like, if I saw that, I'd be like, what the fuck? Especially if I worked in there and knew those things were on automatic pilot and were creepy. Like, that's a big red flag, Tony. That just doesn't
100%. I use people just letting it fly over their head. The Real Rebel, Eric, thank you for the $2 super chat. Says Victor was a black man this episode. I would say we say getting locked up. He was because we would have fought back a little bit more than that shit. We don't go down that easy. God damn it! You don't put the cuffs on us, and that's when we pipe up a little more and shit like that. We pipe up some more and stuff. If it ain't no black man wearing no father jeans like that, we wouldn't rock no shits like that. Any way we get down. You know what I mean? We don't wear no jeans like that. Those jeans with the long zipper, you know, those old man jeans and shit. It's too old man shit. You know, the old man jeans are the ones with the long ass zipper in the front, and then the old woman jeans that are like those polyester things with no pockets in the back,
very high up.
Yeah, those are the old people jeans
over the stomach.
Well, you know, they're the old man jeans where they got that long ass zipper in the front. That oversized zipper. Pack those fucking jeans up, son. That shit is whack.
Get that shit at the Salvation Army. Okay, so
pack them jeans up.
Fatima wakes up and her hair, and she had, and the Jackson Brown song plays this whole section, and I thought it was really kind of cool. And I think it kind of did it just for the lyrics during the Fatima waking up scene. Her hair's falling out. She's in a ton of pain, much worse. And it's almost like she drank something she shouldn't have drinking from a half a stranger that you live in Colony House with, bringing you a drink that she urged you to drink quicker than you thought you should have after you just noticed that your stomach had some weird fucking varicose veins on it and you gave birth to Smiley 2 weeks ago. Maybe you shouldn't have drinking anything, Fatima. But whatever. So she wakes up in a lot of pain. I felt, you feel bad for her.
Like that, the pain she was in. When you have pain like that, that's when you just run to the bathroom and try to take a shit. Like that. That's that type of stomach pain it looked like she had. Like you just gotta go. Like I gotta sit on the toilet for a little while.
And you can't even stand up. You're like walking like
you gotta get there. Like that. That's the type of pain she looked like she was in and shit. That's the way it looked and everything.
Hello, Three Comas. Great to see you. Thank you for joining us. Thank you to everyone.
I'm good. I'm good. Three Comas. Thank you. Real quick. I just gotta stop this thing right now. That's we continue, sir.
Oh, okay. For a second there, I thought he was stopping the stream. I'm like, no, don't stop the stream. But no, he has to go get his food probably out. So we go to Kenny and Boyd talking about Victor being scared. And Boyd says, Kenny, remember last week when you told me I need to stay back? That was smart. You need to be the continuity of government, and you and Donna need to run this place. Do your part, Kenny, and stay back. Stay back, Kenny. You need to stand down. And Kenny's like, but I don't want to stand down. And Boyd's like, no, you need to stay down. Kenny's like, I don't want to, Boyd. I go with you. No, Kenny, you will stand down. And I'm going to get you drunk, Kenny. And he gets out the last of Father Cautry's alcohol. And then him and Kenny share a quiet moment for better days to Kenny's. I assume the subtext of the scene was thinking about Kenny's dead parents and having a toast for the moment and lost and Abby possibly as well. It was a good moment. And I feel like these last few episodes have done an excellent job. And I talked to Tony about this earlier, and the last couple of episodes have done an excellent job of giving us more Kenny and Boyd. Kenny's Boyd's son. let's get to this, like he's the son he chose, Ellis is the son he had, Kenny's the son he chose, and they really work so well together. Like the characters and the actors have a great chemistry. That's obvious, but I just mean the characters within the fabric of the show work excellently together. And I think in these last couple of episodes, they did a lot in previous seasons to build up unnatural boundaries between Kenny and Boyd. But in this season, they've really, towards the end part of the season, showed us how well they actually work together as a two people. So I do appreciate that, like so much in time we have like the status quo of a show being they work too well together, so they have to mess it up with, we got to mess up Kenny drama. And I think this is one thing that Tony and I were very wrong about in the preseason, thinking that there was going to be some thing in town where everyone went against Boyd and Kenny had to sort of run town with Acosta while they were sort of saying Boyd is unfit or Boyd fucked up too much. So I appreciate that instead what we've seen is Kenny and Boyd coming together again and finding a perfect work balance. And I've really enjoyed their interaction these last couple of episodes. No, Kenny, I'm not, this is the opposite of Kenny slander. I want Kenny to live. The Kenny and Boyd need to let others in. It's 45 other people in there. No, we need Kenny and Boyd one-on-one time. They need their time together. I don't know why, but I have a feeling Sarah is going to the clutch next episode. My Kenny's a good boy, says Carla. Your Kenny is a good boy. Kenny's a lucky man, Carla. Do you guys notice that Sophia said that she was doing her part when she ran into Boyd before going into the diner, and then Boyd tells Kenny in that scene that he needs to do his part? Interesting. I did not notice those parallels, but it does seem like even the manifestation of everything Sophia wants to happen right now, even the language she uses is being spread across, like the blood slapped across the face. Oh, thank you, Donkey. Thank you, my donkey. I know why Big Back Demon. I know why the demons that she'll go home and see no one has Father Phil. Well, I'd be kicked out of that. Depends what kind of father you're talking about. Removing Kenny Christie's relationship was a mistake. I agree. I think removing any dynamic that they have together really, I guess it's the second time I'm using this term tonight, so hopefully I'm using it correctly, hamstrung Christie's character. Because so much of the foundation of the character that we learned in the first season had to do with her dynamic with Kenny. I'm not even talking about the romance aspect. I'm just talking about their friendship, their complex relationship, and all their interactions. When we sort of separated from that, we've lost the script a little bit with Christy of making her be as relevant to the plot going on. That being said, I think, again, in this season, they've done a good job of having her have a couple of big important scenes with Boyd to more reaffirm the closeness of their relationship. But Christy has been sidelined, and it bothers me because she's one of my favorite characters. She's one of those characters that I defend to Tony. I say she's like a main character because I feel like her importance to the show is as important to any of the other characters we know. Socially and obviously as a doctor, but I think even more so socially, and her relationship with Boyd is different than anybody else has it. It's the closest to Father Cautry that exists. Kenny a little bit, but Christy can even tell Boyd to fuck off to its even greater extent. Will Attack says Eloise could be the dog that's in every scene with Tabitha and Victor, and when Boyd found out, it navigated him through the woods and Tabitha. I've often said that I think the crows are the dead people, but perhaps any animals that we see in the woods could be the dead souls of the people, or the people, not being able to escape here, going into different avatars of some sort. Do I think the bones will work? I think the bones will do something, but I don't think it will do what they wanted to do. If this was, it's almost like when you look at an episode of a reality show and there's too much time left, and you're like, someone has to be, the tribal council can't go too long. This vote can't be a weird vote because there's not enough time left on the clock. We have a whole other season, so the bones can't work. They can't go home right now because there's another season. Unless we have because Yellow Jackets isn't even going to do that. The Yellow Jackets is going to have a season when they're at home or something like that. So I think, unfortunately, no, it's not going to work. I think the bones theoretically could be some sort of red herring, and the real thing that's being done for the bad guys here has to do with the tree. My great-grandmother always said you can't put a root on a person unless you have something of the person for the ritual to work. Wow, that's I'm imagining your grandmother talking about rituals, and that's amazing. I like that a lot. Well, we got another super chat donation from the wonderful Chaz. Chaz says, nobody talks about what happens if they do escape. Are they reported missing? How are they going to explain their disappearance? That's a good damn question. Lost kind of dealt with that to a certain extent, with them having to make up stories to explain the situation. Oh, yeah. Spoiler. It's a fucking 30-year-old. How old is fucking Lost? 20 years? I don't care. But I'm going to spoil shows that are 20 years old. That's just what I do. Another super chat donation. Thank you. I wish my chat was on too. Something new. Sophia has been staying away from Victor because Victor might get a weird special sixth sense about her and go, wiggly, wiggly poo. I know who you are, doo-doo. I don't even know what I'm talking about. But there could be some excellent magic. F you, it's magic. I never thought I'd say this, but Marielle is more interesting and relevant this season than Christy at this point. I know, I don't disagree with you. I'm not gonna say you're wrong in this situation. Well, I'll go full screen until Tony gets back here. As we bring out the last of Father Cotchery's booze, they drink it. Tabitha, it's so hard to say goodbye to your fucking kids again, Tabitha, isn't it? Just leave them with fucking Donna. Do you just want it, Tabitha? I don't want to give Tabitha a hard time because I actually really like Tabitha in this episode, and I think it's fair to give characters a hard time on episodes they deserve it. And Tabitha, you don't deserve it tonight. You did good. And she's saying goodbye to her kids. And Claire is right there, and Dawn is right there. Ethan's right there. And Ethan asks a good damn question. How do you know those bones are going to protect you? And Jade says, well, that's just how it works. Well, Jade, you literally pulled that out of your ass. You did a split, you did a pool hoop, you jumped up and down, you held your penis in your hand, you sang the Star Spangled Banner, you did 10 jumping jacks. What did you do, Jade? You're just making this shit up, dude. You're like, the bones will totally protect us. You don't know that, Jade. You're totally making that crap up. How was this episode only 45 minutes long? I agree. It flew by, and it felt longer than it was, but it also went by quicker. How was some of the other episodes this season not only are longer, in this episode where everything seems so intensely important was only 45 minutes long? I miss Jade being smart. Jade was emotionally reactive, not smart right now. He's smart the way he figured out the radio, but in this scene, he was more emotionally reactive than smart. And I don't think that's, in my stupid television spider sense, is thinking that that's not going to end well for him. No, because he would remember her. They were in the cycle. Very good point. Jade cannot die yet. I don't think Jade dies yet. I definitely don't think Jade dies yet. I think certain characters are end game characters. That being said, Jade or Tabitha could go, but not both of them. Tabitha is here for a while, I think. So Tabitha is saying goodbye. Ethan is not sure all will work, and he just accepts Jade's bullshit. That's some leaping thinking there, Jade. As our theme song subtly comes in our music elements, Jade is tells Tabitha to stop hugging her son and says, we need to go, Tabitha. And they go. They say goodbye to Julie, too, with some love. Jade says, you're lucky to Tabitha. You have family, and no one tried to talk me out of this, as they head off. As we get our teams going into our places, the tree, we get our tree group, which is Randall, Bacta, Sarah, Acosta, Face Burn, Patty Cake, Burn Ass Girl. And we also have Patty Melt. We also have a bunch of damn red shirts. There's like a bunch of soon-to-be dead people all around here, I guess. And we get the radio is up. Sarah is on comm. If like the Star Trek crew, Sarah's on comm. The tree crew is here. The tree crew is ready. And in case you were wondering, because I know some of you were, Ellis is there too. He's doing stuff. Don't try to pretend Ellis isn't doing anything, Phil. Why are you giving Ellis a hard time, Phil? Oh, I'm not saying I didn't say anything. Yeah, you did, Phil. But shut up, Phil. You're giving this poor kid a hard time. I am. Ellis is doing stuff. He's helping too. So Ellis is helping too. So our teams are into place. Elgin is too innocent in thinking to live for his own good. Should we get to this? I mean, we talked about this all night. Should we get to this poor, stupid bastard here? This poor, stupid bastard that I love, that I thought that I wanted to believe great things for you, Elgin. I defended you, Elgin. I said, you're a good kid, but Elgin. So Elgin's in the back storeroom and he's flipping through some Polaroids. He's looking through them and he stops at one and he gets a quick thought in his smart little mind. And he heads out and where are we? He heads out and then Clara comes in and Sophia's in the front room and she tells her that Jade and Tabitha went down into the tunnels by themselves. There's a change of plans. And she's pissed off. She says, "You should have told me sooner, Clara." And Elgin comes running in with a big damn smile on his face. Like Elgin is happy. Elgin is like me at like a cat. When your cat, if you have an outdoor cat, if everyone's ever had an outdoor cat comes and brings you dead birds or dead mice and like puts it on your pillow. You open your door in the morning and the cat runs in the kitchen and like drops the dead animal on your pillow or your floor and looks at you so fucking proud. That's like Elgin with this picture. Elgin was so proud that he found this picture for Sophia. Hey, Sophia. Hi, Sophia. Sorry, I was gonna try to do a good Elgin voice, but hey, Sophia. You're looking pretty cute in that dress. Now, I found a picture of someone that looks so much like you. Let me play with my hair while I talk to you. Isn't this cool, huh? Like he gives her like, isn't this cool, huh, vibes? And she says, you can see the look in her face, like, this poor dead kid. This poor kid fucked up. She says that's because it is me. Like she doesn't even try to fake it. She's like, it's too much to explain this. I'm gonna need to fuck with this kid now. I'm gonna need to mess with the situation. Then she asks Claire to lock the door. And as I said a couple times earlier to Tony, he doesn't even react to that. There's no moment where he reacts to her saying, lock the door. He just, Naz, you can't leave. There was no moment where he's like, maybe, wait, what'd you just say? He's just like, hey, dudes, what's going on? And then she says, I wish you didn't see this, as she grabs him by the shoulder as it cuts. Elgin is going to be that dramatic, possibly we might see that, who knows. I sent out the back signal. I knew you were there. Oh, we got great people in the live chat tonight. Thank you, everybody. And sorry for anyone that's in my live, watching this live on my channel, trying to get in the live chat. I hope my live chat will be back next week. I promise. Just need to shut it off for unknown reasons. Oh, I don't want to hear about the thrones quite yet. No, this just didn't make any sense. Acosta's in charge of the investigation of all the storms. Why would he not go to her first? It really doesn't make sense. I want to rationalize because, again, I think Elgin's a good kid. I think his intentions were good. I think he really didn't think about it. And he wanted to find a way to connect. He's like, oh, isn't this kind of cool? Look at this person. They look so much like you. I don't think he was saying it I don't think he thought even for a second anything sketchy. I don't think any creepy suspect vibes, sketchy vibes triggered in any way, shape, or form for this poor kid. And I mean, he does only have one eye, so maybe he's not seeing things clearly, I guess. But either way, I felt bad for this poor dumb kid. I mean, we talked about him earlier, so not too much we can talk about this dumb moron. But let's see what you guys in the live chat say. What would it take for Elgen to wise up? Maybe someone would take his other eye and his tongue. Saggy Star, no comment. Perhaps I had a very successful video recently. I don't want anyone commenting about. People on my channel might be more apt to do that. Perhaps that's the reason for tonight. Yes, you might be onto something, Saggy. Smart. You're smarter than Elgen in the live chat right now, Saggy. But it's also because of House of the Dragon, and I know some people might be expecting me to be streaming for that and on premiere night and might be commenting about that, and I don't want to answer that a million times that we're not streaming till week 3 for that yet. People need to start trusting Sarah's intuition. People need to start trusting their own intuition but Elgen didn't actually have any damn intuition in the situation. I'm assuming Tony's eating right now is what I'm thinking is going on right now. Sarah is, as we flash over to Sarah, is on comm saying that they're there, they're at the tree, they're under there. Acosta's there, Randall back to Ellis, as I said. They tie the tree up, they're ready to go on the next signal. They're ready to go. Tony is getting his trailer uploaded right now, if people are wondering where Tony is. He'll have the trailer for the next episode, which we may play at the end of tonight. I don't know if we're going to do that again tonight, but Tony's getting his trailer posted right now. We will be taking calls. I will open the phone lines up after the recap, and we're on page 12 of 13, so we're almost at the end of the episode here. Sarah is on the comm, and she says they're there. Jade and Tabitha find the place to dig as we follow the tunnels, and they find the spot. They start digging as the monsters are there. We follow the monsters out. We see them sleeping, and they wake up as they start to smile, and they head down the tunnel to see the fun. We go off to they dig as Jade and Tabitha quickly dig up something. They dig the edges of a big stone grave, a box with the boxed-in bones, theoretically. They're trying to get the stone grave open. They struggle with it for a second, but eventually they do get it open with some crowbars and some good old-fashioned elbow grease. And they get in there and they look in the bones, and if the bones have been there like for hundreds of years, they look pretty clean. They're pretty fucking clean bones. I don't want to be too picky in this situation, but I need a closer look at those bones. They're very, very clean, very clean. So as the creatures get there, right as they're getting the bones, they all walk up to the curtain. As I forgot to mention, as they climb in there, they hang up the curtain and put up the talismans. We talked about that earlier. So I'm just assuming that's already part of it. And the creatures walk up to it and look on the other side with a really great visual. There's a couple of awesome visuals in this episode. They almost look like aberrations through it. And they say, that you shouldn't be doing that. And it almost sounded like was that my horrible Jack Nicholson impression? You really shouldn't be doing that. That was horrible. And Tabitha says, Jade. And that is the end of our episode. And it ends right at a very opportune spot. And as I mentioned, I like this episode a lot, but I do feel like you really felt like a first part. Like, I would have loved for them to say, you know what? We took a week off. Let's just put the both episodes back to back tonight for a surprise for you. That would have been an excellent, amazing surprise. I am very creepy. Non-fiction. Very creepy. Now, I can be creepy, especially when I'm shaved. I look like a creepy boy in the forest. I've ever could do it. I wonder where the final picks up. Hopefully right with Tabitha and Jade, because Elgen is gone for sure. We need to get back to them bones. Makes me think of that Alice in Chains song. We need that on the gotta get them bones. Dun 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 dun. Yes, I do think that is Julie at the top of this Polaroid. I think it's no question that's Julie. There's right. Like, does anyone not think that's Julie? Is more the question. Because I think that's 100% Julie. The fill in white, the fill in white when I shave is a scary experience. It somehow makes me look thousands of years old and creepy. Phil and creepy. Oh, thank you, Sonic, your boy. It does. It's an accurate statement. Solid episode, 8 out of 10. I would give it another like a 7 out of 10 or something like that. I'm gonna wait. Actually, I'm not gonna give this one a score because I'm giving this one a score for both episodes because this is a 2-part episode. But yeah, I do think. I wonder where the final's gonna pick up right where we left off. That's what this show always does. It tends to always pick up right where we left off. The monsters were the best. My sisters and I were still laughing. I like that we've gotten towards, again, the back end of this show. We've gotten a bit more of the monsters again and the creatures. I think they are such an iconic part of this show. We need them to always be some part of an element. I know we've opened up the possibility that different nightmares become alive in this world. And I like that, but I do think it would be fun if we always focus on the fact that these creatures are something serious. I mentioned this voicemail earlier, but let's play it right now.
Hey, Tony and Phil.
Hi.
This is Dakota from Long Island.
Hi, Dakota.
Wishing you both a happy Father's Day.
I wish you.
Leaving a voicemail as I'm going to be busy, but
I am a dog dad.
To see if you guys have heard.
I haven't heard it.
One of the Reddit posts.
Oh, no.
That shows the new picture of one of the
Yes.
children that were the Ancoolie
Yes.
kids.
Yes,
were
I did.
Pointing at Tabitha in the
Yep.
most recent episode. And it looks as though, I'll post the picture in the Discord.
Post it away.
It looks as though the boy in white is wearing the exact same clothing as whoever this child is, this Ancoolie kid. And I wonder if you feel this now changes your opinion on the boy in white not being evil and maybe being one child that maybe survived or whatever it may be.
I think we were talking about this a little bit earlier. It definitely opens up the possibility of the boy in white in a lot of different situations. I think the boy in white is still selfishly inclined. I don't think it's hard for me to imagine the boy in white is a good force. I do think he's a manipulative force. Whether he cares about helping people along the way throughout his process, I think he doesn't mind helping people, but I don't think, for me, he's a good force. He still could be one of the kids, but still bad, wanting to punish people for what happened. That being said, it does make us reframe a little bit what the boy in white is. I do. Oh, thank you. You're sweet. You guys are all sweet. I'm of course fishing for compliments. I'm feeling very flat right now for some reason. Tony is working on the trailer. He's working, everyone. He'll be back very soon. For people that are looking for Tony, let's get into we got another super chat donation, and our phone lines are open. You can call in at 781-990-8509 if you have a question or comment about this episode. Who's everyone's favorite 50s monster, aka Smiley? I like the Milkman for sure. I also like Jasmine Monster. But Jasmine doesn't technically exist anymore, I guess. She hasn't been on for a while. But I do really like the Jasmine Monster. Something about the Milkman, the nurse, too, the old woman nurse is kind of extra creepy. Let's see. The cowboy. Someone says the cowboy. Please tell me they won't make us wait over a year again. I'm hoping it's going to be just about a year. I think the boy in white is neutral chaos. Like, I think he's just self-interested. I think if whatever he's into could help people along the way, he doesn't mind helping people, but ultimately he just cares about what he cares about. I think the nurse eats up scenery, like in a good way. She eats up every single moment she has on screen. The boy in white set Victor up. I think he sets people up. I think he sets people up in situations that behoove him. That, like, going through the tree, getting Tabitha home for some reason. Some of all of that helped him out on some level. Area code 313. Welcome to the show. What's your name? Where are you calling from? And what's your question or comment? Thank you for calling in.
Wait, my area code said 313?
315. 315.
It's the nonfiction.
Hey, nonfiction. I know I'm very creepy nonfiction.
Hey, so no, just when you stare at the camera, we made eye contact, but then you didn't move, and I had to do this thing like, is my phone frozen?
What are you talking about? Oh, sorry, I just did it again.
Stop doing it. Okay, all right. So I'm not gonna look at you anymore.
Don't look at me.
All right, I had to call to say this just because I apologize to all my chat friends. I've been yelling it into the chat on several channels and on the Reddit. But okay, so I think the boy in white is not evil, but he's not good. Like he's gonna walk them through. He doesn't know how to help. He's stuck. He's the original lonely dragon. He helped Victor. He wants to help Ethan because he is Jade and Tabitha's son. They forgot they had a son. They had a daughter and a son. Boy in white survived. Their daughter got killed. He's been stuck there.
So you
Victor
think
was
he's
stuck
like the
there.
first Ethan? So you think he's like the first Ethan or Victor?
Yes. And then Julie is the Chromonacle, because in the story of the Chromonacle, I had to go back and rewatch the whole series. She finds the map with the Lonely Dragon's things. The Lonely Dragon collects people's things that they don't want anymore, or they don't need because they're dead. And then she finds a map to the Rainbow Sky, which helps them, which makes me feel like they are going to take this tree down because they're not supposed to be taking this tree down. And Julie hasn't been doing anything. So she's going to either have to story walk to wherever they need to go to fix whatever, or she's going to have to story walk to the past to go through the tree.
Through the tree. We say, I'm sorry, I missed. I know what you're saying there. They're definitely going to take the tree down. I mean, that's a wrap. I don't think there's any other case that they can do that. Story walk through the tree before the bottles are put on it, you're saying?
Okay, the tree I think is important to. I don't know if they really need to do anything with bones or whatever, but the tree is important for them to get out of there somehow. And okay, you just had to come in halfway. All right, so Victor / Boy in White / Ethan are the Lonely Dragons, but really Victor because he's got all the things. And Julie is the Chromonacle. And in the Chromonacle story, she finds the map to the Rainbow Sky in his things, and the Lonely Dragon gives it to her to, whatever in the story. So the tree is going to come down, and then they're going to need her to do whatever they should have done through the tree. So either go back in time to the place or go back in time to go through the tree when it was still there.
So to find the map, you're saying. So Julie should find the map.
Yes. Ethan said the map of the Lake of Tears was hanging up next to pictures of his family. Victor's drawings are the key. He's the Lonely Dragon. The Boy in White is the original Lonely Dragon. I don't think the Boy in White is evil, but not good. Like how you said, he's going to save them. I don't think he's going to save them. He doesn't know what to do. He's just trying to help guide. He's probably seen people try this stuff a million times before, and he knows what doesn't work. Yeah,
and I do think you might be onto something with that. The Boy in White is the first child of the first Jade and Tabitha. Like maybe he's the original, their original Ethan, the original Victor, and I could definitely see something like that.
They had a son and daughter.
Yeah.
Yes.
Certainly
and then
possible.
Eloise died, and however many kids Tabitha brought between here and now. Somebody did say in the comments that Julie's the Gulagag. I think two things can be true at once. Maybe Eloise did get out and write a book, or someone before Eloise. But she's the Gulagag and the Chromonacle. Like she can do the story walking like the Gulagag, but she's also going to save them like the Chromonacle. So her and Victor are going to. Those two. It's those two. But wait, I'm worried about Victor because he's a sitting duck. They handcuffed him on purpose because right now Henry might kill him.
Yeah, if he's locked up in there, I think he's an easy target.
Yep, it's very dangerous. But I do think Victor might slip his way out. We will see about that. Nonfiction. Thank you so much for the call. You are awesome as always. We appreciate the support.
Was that nonfiction? I thought I didn't think it was nonfiction.
Yeah, it's nonfiction. And we got area code 901's been trying to call in. 901, sorry we missed your call a couple times. Area code 901. What's your name? Where are you calling from? And what's your question or comment?
So my name is something new on there, on the site. But I was calling because I was trying to leave a message, super chat, but I didn't get to, only give you so many characters. But what I was trying to say was that Victor and Sophia both, I think they were in the same cycle from when he was 10 and she was older. They were in the same cycle.
Yep.
And I firmly believe that she stays away from Victor because she thinks that Victor will remember her. And I think she didn't realize that someone survived from that last cycle. because when he drew that picture after Jim died and they went into the diner and he gave the picture to Tabitha, he didn't look her direction. He wasn't paying attention. He was just more concerned about giving them the picture. And that's when, Sophia asked, like, who is that? And Kenny told her that he's been here the longest. I think he may have even said that he's been here since, he was 10 years old. I don't know. But she looked surprised to know that someone had actually survived. And I think that she's staying away from Victor because Victor may remember her, because I think they're the same cycle. If you notice her dress, not the outfit that she normally wears, but even in the picture. And that also looks like that is the person. I know people were going back and forth thinking that was maybe Sophia or maybe not, when Tabitha had the vision of when Miranda came into town. She was driving into town and the two people were walking. And that dress looked like that was similar. So that was Sophia that was walking, that was on the side. But, they didn't take a really good picture of that.
Yep.
But I think that's what's actually going on. I really think that she's scared that Victor might remember her.
Yeah, that's definitely her on the side when Miranda pulls in on the car. They have to show that some more. They didn't just do that little clip, just not to show the whole clip. And she's definitely going to be standing there.
Right.
I think Victor might. It all depends. It all depends how old he was when she died. You know what I mean? And if he associated with her or anything else. You know what I'm saying? But I would think he should remember. But as people I meet, I don't remember. But I could see him definitely. He should remember it, and maybe that is why she stays away from. So I agree with that. Yeah. Or maybe she didn't realize that Victor was there the whole time. But if she gets these memories, it seems like she gets the memories of the person that she's there. And if she's got the memories, then she should remember Victor.
Right. Because there's a lot that he forgets, and it takes something for him to remember, like he all of a sudden remembers the teeth and things. But I really think he was 10 years old, because this is the same time frame. That was 1978. She's dressed like in the 70s. And so I think that was, he was 10 and she may have been 20, 21, or maybe even 16, 17 or however, but she was older than him. And I think that she probably thinks that he will remember. I think he was still that same age when she was, killed. And I think she may have been one of the people that, was murdered during that time that the creepers killed and things.
Yeah.
So yeah, and I'm just looking for it to all play out.
It's good.
I don't know. I still feel that Tilly is somewhere involved.
Leave Tilly alone. She's gone and buried. She's gone. Thank you for the call.
I just don't think so. I don't think Tilly is gone. I just don't. She may not be in season 4. But if she's not, she's going to be in 5, because she has to. She gave too much information.
You know what, caller? Thank you so much for the call. I love and appreciate everyone's love for Tilly, and I gotta say this. Lots of love to Slice of Horror, who we had on the channel, is amazing person, funny as hell. She wants to ask you, Tony. So you still thinking this is science?
100%. I heard Slice of Horror was on the channel. They was running. They were jibs about the Don Tony Teflon. I'm coming on your next live stream. You let me know when it is, and you give me the date and the link. The Don has got to come and represent. You can't just go in there and run your jibs about the Don and not give him a chance to defend himself. It's not right. So I'm coming on there, and I heard all of a sudden that people was running their jibs about me when I was gone for a second. I was doing the business, putting the trailer up.
Chit chatting.
Who was running it? I am here now. So whoever was running their jibs, come now. Now I'm here. I'm here now. Let's get into it. I'm here now. Don't do it when the Don runs away and all of a sudden you got a lot to say. And now I'm back. You ain't got nothing to say. Let's say it right now, goddammit. I'm here right now. I ain't afraid of you motherfuckers. Come on, call up. Whatever you got. I'm here for it.
Yeah, the phone lines are still open. 781-990-8509. You want to call in, talk about this episode, share your thoughts on what your predictions for episode 10. Let us know. Here we go. We got area code 207. Area code 207. What's your name? Where you calling from? And what's your question or comment?
My name is Molly. calling from Maine. And,
Turn your radio down in the background. And fellow New Englander, I'm in Massachusetts. Welcome.
Oh, I just had a couple comments about the episode.
Go for it.
In general.
Go for it. It's all yours. It's your show. Take over the show. Anything you want to talk about, go for it.
Oh, okay. All right.
So what did you think of this particular episode? What were some of the things that you particularly like inspire you to want to talk about in this episode?
Oh, well, mostly.
Go ahead. I'm sorry about that. I'm sorry about that.
Okay, I'm gonna continue. Sorry, it's weird hearing myself on the TV and stuff.
Oh yeah, mute
you
yourself.
You gotta mute your TV.
You gotta mute yourself in the TV because it'll drive yourself crazy. So mute the television in the background. Otherwise, you're gonna hear yourself in a weird echo, and you're not gonna be able to like speak in a single sentence. It's gonna fuck with you.
Okay. All right. So, I agree a lot with the first caller. I think that Julie's story walking is definitely going to come back into play in a big way later on. Honestly, this entire episode, I was just screaming, like, do not take that tree down. Please do not take that tree down. Because I think that's like literally the worst idea ever. I don't even know that if that tree's in the same place as where they are anymore. So I really didn't, and I felt really bad for Victor.
Do you think they might be going after the wrong tree? Like the tree has moved or something like that? They might not even have the right one?
Yes.
Interesting.
Yes. And I just think that I too believe the boy in white to be either a good or at least ambiguous character. I don't believe him to be evil. And I think that him saying like, hey, don't mess with that tree is something that people should listen to. The other thing is as soon, and I knew this was going to happen from the previews for this, that he was going to find a picture, Elgen, of Sophia, and I was like, oh my God, I'm like, please don't go show that picture to her. Don't go show that picture to her. Like, go show literally anybody else. Show Boyd, show the entire fucking town. Sorry.
No, you can say fuck. You better fucking say fuck again, actually.
Mm-hmm.
I was gonna say, I've been trying not to.
No, you fucking say it every fucking other word, and we appreciate it.
Well, honestly, I just found y'all like not long ago. I like just missed your last live stream.
Well, better late than never. So you'll have us for the next season, which is good.
Yes, definitely. I just started I remember watching like the first episode free years ago when it first came out, and I liked it, but I just kind of forgot about it. And then when I saw the advertising for season 4, I binge watched the whole show and then started watching. And wow, it's a great show. I really hope they stick the landing and don't I don't know. Lost didn't really stick the landing. Neither did Game of Thrones.
No, it's tough, but this show went in with an idea of an ending. I think whether it's going to satisfy everybody is a different story, but I think this show in some ways, even though it doesn't have the budget, doesn't have all that sort of Lost literally was making it up as they went after that first season. They did have some idea, but they were just literally throwing shit. And Game of Thrones lost the final 2 books. This is somebody that actually had a 5-season thought in place. So I do think they're going to stick the landing in what they want to tell. It's just whether people are going to like it or not. But I think it's going to make sense in the story that they're telling. At least that's my feeling.
No, I definitely jive with that, and from what I've read, it seems that way. Like they definitely have an idea and know what they want to do, and they want to do 5 seasons and everything. So
yeah, that's what I'm hoping.
Yeah, here's hoping. It sucks about Fatima. I guess she's turning into one of the monsters. That's kind of what it seems like. I figured, but now with the blood, I guess, and wanting to speed things up, sounds like. Which makes me sad because I've always really liked Fatima. Who wouldn't like Fatima, right? But yeah, that's really. I just really wanted to hit on the fact that that I feel really bad for Elgen and that. But come on, boy, you've already been messed with by this place.
This is what Elgen is.
DUMMY.
Yeah,
he's a dummy.
Like a fool, I tried to be your...
Unfortunately so, and yeah, it would be cool to go back and find out that he's not toast already, and that maybe he's got a shot. But
no, and for whatever it's worth, they absolutely made it a point that she didn't stop him that moment. She grabbed him, so maybe he's not. Maybe like usually in scenes like that, when somebody gets grabbed like that, if they're gonna die in the moment. So maybe Elgin's okay. Maybe
that's true. That's
maybe
a very fair point.
Yeah, he's dumb enough that he could be useful to the man in yellow.
Yeah, that is also very true. I hadn't thought of that, considered that. But yeah. Anyways, I'll let you guys move on.
We appreciate
the caller, but
you better call back in the future, Miss Maine.
I will.
Please.
I will. I will be. So, you guys always do it around this time every week?
We'll do it it's this time, and I'll do another live stream midweek, and we'll do a midweek stream talking about theories before, and then before the show goes on, I'll come on like on Saturday at 8:00 from like 8 till 9 or something like that, and do it. There was like 3 streams a week.
Oh, okay, awesome. All right, well, I will definitely be back, and it was lovely talking with both of you. You have a great night.
You too.
Have a good night.
Sonic, your boy, says MGM should make Tony the official podcast for this next season of From. Should have been it from the beginning of From, since I was the one covering it From, but I wouldn't do it without Phil. It wouldn't be possible. But listen, let me understand. Let me explain to you how these Hollywood types and everything work. They wouldn't want the Don Tony Teflon. They wouldn't want Phil the Issues guy. They want some Brian Gumble ass type black person, not no Tupac actor. You know, they're gonna have to get some Brian Gumble.
They don't want Gene Wilder and Richard Pryor.
No, they want some corny dude to do it. That's the way.
Area code 516. What's your name? Where you calling from? And what's your question or comment?
Hey, my name is Shawnee. I'm calling from New York.
Hey, dude, welcome.
I just have a couple things. So Elgen is obviously the dumbest character in TV history. Oh my God, this looks like you, Sophia. It's from the 70s. Like, you know, you're in a town where they literally have magic, and you go and you see this person. It was absolutely. I was like shaking my head. And another thing I noticed also is, you know, we thought like when Boyd yelled out like. I forgot the exact words, but the town had heard him, and the sheriff monster had repeated what he said in the woods, remember?
Yep.
So we thought the town was listening constantly. But then when Clara went to the man in Sophia and said, hey, they changed the plan, he was like, why didn't you tell me sooner? So obviously he can't hear everything so he has to have more moles, right? So I'm worried my guy Randall came back alive when he was left with the monsters, and I'm worried that he could be a mole.
Do you think there could be any more moles?
Why not? You know what I'm saying? There's a reason why they picked Randall. There's a reason why they said you can go, but we're gonna keep Randall. There's a reason why they did that, right? So why not?
He is breakable. He's definitely breakable.
Right. Yeah, in that moment, like, he was so angry at Boyd for and everybody for leaving him. Why wouldn't he make the deal, right? But then I'm worried, like, in the future, what if Julie's story walking and she trusts him and he doesn't pull her out?
Yeah, you could do something like that. It would be crazy that Randall thought there was a mold and then he was turned into one by them. That would be crazy.
Right. And the last thing I want to say is,
please.
I do think that it's a big game. I think the boy in white and the man in yellow are the two people playing the game. I do think that the man in yellow has such an advantage, though, because he gets to basically cheat. You know, the boy in white seems to be have more rules to follow, and the man in yellow can go into the game and play it, right? The boy in white is kind of standing on the outside, guiding the players.
Yeah, I mean,
but the man in yellow.
Oh no, keep going. Keep going, buddy. Keep going.
Yeah, so what you're saying is you're saying like, so the boy in white is the dungeon master, but the man in yellow is actually in the game with them.
Right. Like, why does she get to play it, but the boy in white can only guide the residents, right?
Mhm.
And everything the boy in white said has been beneficial to the people. He's never given them really bad advice. He's always guided them to a better place. And if Victor is coming into the town yelling, guys, the boy in white is saying, don't cut down the tree. Boyd to make that executive decision is kind of crazy to me, you know?
Mm-hmm. I agree, but I will say that I don't know if everything he's done has been up the cuff. I could name some things that it seems like he did some shaky stuff. I mean, he put Boyd in that. He's the one who told Boyd to go inside the tree, and then Boyd wound up getting the worms inside of his body, which wound up bringing in the nightmare creatures in the end. So he's the one who put him in that tree to get in there. Martin specifically says there, oh, you went through the tree, that's where they get you, right? So that's where they get you. And he knew that was the time that you get caught.
That's
right?
true.
So
and as Tony's pointed out, he specified. I want to hear you say it. That's why I'm pointing.
Yeah, Martin said, you went through the tree, that's where they get you.
Yeah,
and if you listen to the way he lowered his voice, then it's the same exact way Doug Hugh lowered his voice when he said, "That's my favorite part." Same exact tone that they used there. Same exact tone.
Ooh, that's interesting, Tony. I forgot about that actually.
And thank you for doing the voice, Tony. That made my night.
I'm here for you. I
appreciate it.
And by the way, they did ask. So E-Man, he asked when he did the interview with the creators, he asked, why don't they do a podcast? And they had no interest in it. They told him, you do it. So they obviously don't have any interest. Maybe with Netflix buying it now, maybe Netflix will do a podcast, but perhaps. I think it would add so much to the show, to be honest.
Yeah. All right. Thank you, caller. We appreciate it, my friend.
All right, let me address something before it goes too far.
Netflix is gonna buy this shit? Or?
No, now that I didn't know that, like they told E-Man. I could see how people in social media could run to something. I just said that they wouldn't hire us because they would hire somebody corny. And then he just came on here and said that E-Man, they told him to do it. So maybe I was not talking. I wasn't talking about E-Man. I didn't even know he had.
Oh no. That was unintentional. We love it.
But I know how people try to run with shit. You know what I mean? And
we cheers up E-Man. He's good.
Nah, he's a cool cat. You know what I mean? We had him on a couple of times. I got nothing against that dude.
We got nothing but love for E-Man.
Yeah, no. I wouldn't mean anything like that. You know what I mean? Specifically towards him, if that's the way people would try.
I don't think people took it that way. I don't think people.
Well, why did he bring that up at the end out of nowhere? Right? He did bring that up out of nowhere and stuff. So maybe people did. Now, I would first and foremost.
One second, caller.
And I don't want this to sound bad or anything. And I'm not saying in a way. I would never hate on a fellow Black creator on YouTube. I know the grind. I know the grind. I know what it is. I know how hard it is. And I don't want to make this a race thing, but for that reason, straight up, as much as I love my people, I would never do that to another cat. People could do it to me all they want, but that's not how I get down. Even with that dude Parkland, who talked all that bullshit about me, I said he could come and apologize and say, listen, I was a little out of whack. I didn't understand. And it'd be all forgiven. You know what I mean? Because that's just what it is. That's just who I am and stuff. So, if I was going to say something about someone, I believe you me, I mention their fucking name and I say it.
Yeah, we say it directly.
No, if it's on, it's on. That's it. Well,
sorry.
Real quick, let me get the super chat. It says thank you so much from Square Black Chicken. So if Fromville was a vacation destination site, would you go? If so, Colony House of Town. So if it was a vacation destination site and Acosta was there, I'm there. 2, I'm staying in town. I've discussed this many times, but I'm going to party at the Colony House. Phil, what would you say?
If it's a destination town, fuck no. I'm going to fucking like a beach and hanging out in a pool. If I'm not going to fucking a place where I can die from fucking zombie monsters, fuck that. I'm not going. If it was a vacation destination, am I going? No, not a fucking chance in hell. I fucking go if I have a choice. Do I want to go? No. But if I was stuck there, I would same thing. I'd be hanging out in Colony House I want to have.
I'll go if she up in there. I'll run up in there, or that other chick that was there from the season 1. That chick. What was her name? The one who got killed by the monkey?
Not Clara, but the girl that stole the clothes and stuff like that.
Yeah, that clothes stealer. That chick. If she was there too, I'd go for them, but I ain't going for nobody
That
else.
sounds like a name of a dragon from House of Dragon, clothes stealer.
Yeah.
All
right, who's the call? We will keep
it. Area code 318. Thank you for the patience. Welcome to the show. What's your name? Where are you calling from? And what's your question?
Hi, Tony and Phil. It's Vernicia. How are y'all doing?
Doing better now. Yeah. Better now that you called in. Welcome.
I love you guys. I'm going to be so sad when this is over.
Oh,
and
us too.
Clothes stealer is Trudy, by the way.
Oh yeah, Trudy with the
Trudy. Thank you.
I should have known that.
Yeah. It rhymes there, Tony. I'm disappointed. I'm disappointed in both of us there. I'm disappointed in both.
I should have definitely known that.
Okay, so I have a couple of points I want to ask you guys about.
Please.
Do you think it's significant?
Yes.
That the thermos had airplanes on it?
You know, I like to think that the showrunners put something in there for everything. I don't know. I would have to give it more thought and think back about airplanes in this show. If there's anything model airplanes, or something like that.
On a jet
if there was airplanes in Victor's room or something like that, I would have to look back to see if there was
on a jet plane.
Yeah, the jet plane thing is correct.
Sorry, that's the only thing I can think of every time the plane comes up. Because Tony's point, I think that's our only reference to a plane. And I know a plane did get them out of Lost in the end. And maybe that dude, what was the dude, the pilot from Lost is just going to show up and they're going to fly him out of there. I don't know. But I do agree with Tony that everything has a purpose in this show. I think they pay extra attention to the way they dress the set. So I do think it was intentional that they chose that, just like, as Tony's made reference a million times, like the original name of the hotel, isn't it like the Star Diner, or is the diner the Star Diner or something like that?
Star Magic is the hotel.
Star Magic, that's what it was.
Star Magic. Yeah.
That's not unintentional. Everything is important for a reason, you know?
Facts. Okay, and then Ethan saying, do you really think that was Dad telling us to go look for the Lake of Tears?
Yes.
And I was like, if he can put on people's clothes and be anybody.
Yeah, anyone that died there. I mean, that was a good point, that he can turn into anyone that died there. And I guess that's, I know people hate this word, but that's a lost thing too. Smokey, the man in black, could do that. Anyone that died on the island, he could take their form. So I do appreciate that slight reference, but obviously not the same thing, not the same power, but it is an element that is interesting and might move forward. Tony, do you think that was Jim? Do you think that was real Jim?
No, I think it's, if it's going to be anyone, I think it's going to be the boy in white. And that's how he interacts on the board. That he goes into those people, those forms, and he talks to people in those forms. I think and he talks to Victor in that form. And he talks to Boyd as Father Kotchery, and he talks to whoever in the other form. He talks to Jade as Tom. I think that is the boy in white doing all that.
And the boy in white could very easily have the same power in that way, the shape-shifting ability that the man in yellow has.
Okay. Well, I'm going to say this again. I've said it before. I love you guys. I think you are the best breakdown ever.
Thank you so much. I think you're right.
Terribly.
We agree.
And please don't make us wait a year for this again.
As Kenny Powers said in Eastbound and Down, I know it, but say it because we like to hear it.
And please let Kenny live.
Kenny will make it through the season. We know already, because he's the continuation of continuity of care, or no, whatever the fuck he is. He's the Secretary of State staying out of the State of the Union. Like he's not involved in any of this shit. So we know Kenny's making it to the next. Kenny already got his ticket to next season. Kenny, basically the conversation he had with Boyd tonight's episode slammed down that Kenny's making it to next. So all you Kenny stands, Kenny's making it to the final season. Like he made it. He got his immunity award. There's not what can happen to Kenny. He's not involved. We're not going to see Kenny for the rest of the season.
Okay, well, thanks, guys, so much. Oh, and Scott should get all the awards.
He should. He should. I hope this show gets some consideration for some of these performances, especially Scott. Scott doing these double Victor, even these little subtle touches between the two Victor is so distinct. The way he's performing the two parts, it's so distinctly different.
Yeah, thanks, guys. I'm sorry. I know I talked a lot.
No, we're enjoying your call, so I'm purposely keeping you on longer than I should because you're awesome.
Thank you so much.
Have a good one. Great caller. Good vibes. Good energy.
Yeah, you know what I mean. So it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? I would say, you know, I think she's right in some aspects of her call, and you know, and everything else.
And the phone lines are off the hook tonight, Tony. So
let's keep them going. Let's get people into it. Let's go.
Area code 216. What's your name? Where you calling from? And what's your question or comment?
What's going on? This is Ronnie from Cleveland.
We're having a little bit of a connection issue. Can you try to call back in?
You can't be farting in the fucking phone.
It sounded like a cross between a record scratch and a fart.
Yeah, you can't be farting in the phone. We need something better than that. You can do better. You can do better. You can do better, bro. You can do better. We want to hear you better. We want to hear you better. You know what I mean? Yeah, Fan could have been on there too, Lee.
There was something. I'm gonna chalk it up to bad connection. That's why I said, could you please call right back?
Don't call us when you're shitting. Like if you're on the toilet, wait, we're still gonna be here. Like you can wipe your ass.
We're doing good on time tonight. You know,
you can wipe your ass. We good. We're gonna be here. You know what I mean? We don't need to be up in that motherfucker with you, man. All right,
we're doing all right. There's a little bit of problem in the audio right there. I'm sorry, caller. But anyone else that wants to call in, 781-990-85.
And real quick, I want to and listen. In all honesty, I don't really care, but I would say that I've seen it happen to me before. Like they've done it. Like people tried to get me and Real not to be cool, and they talk shit trying to get him not to be cool with me. And I, you know what I mean. And we worked it out and we talked about it. And then behind the scenes, we talked about it. We seen how
people always doing that shit. In Game of Thrones stuff
was trying to pull that bullshit. So that's why I want to make sure, you know what I mean, that I ain't trying to. I ain't that dude. I don't just diss people who never diss me. I would never do that. You know what I mean? You got to come at me first. And if you come at the king, then you're going to get what you get. But nah, I'm cool. I'm cool with everyone in this fandom, whether they join late or was there from the beginning. There's room for everybody. And I am happy for anybody's success ever on YouTube. And that's why specifically when I had that shit with that Parkland cat, I told motherfuckers straight up, don't unsubscribe. If you're rocking with them, rock with them. I understand people gotta have their money come in, and that's just what it is. You know what I mean? Even when I had a chick beef with that chick whose name will never be said, I never told anybody to not watch her or not do anything. Even when I had problems, whether that was between us, people always got to keep money coming in, and she got family or whatever and everything and like that. And that's why it never even went public with that whole situation. And stuff.
Nothing but good vibes. Knick-Knack Studios. We got to say weather's crazy out here, guys. We got tornado weather. Stay safe, Knick-Knack Studios. Stay safe.
Yeah, anyway. 100% tornado shit. Yeah, be safe.
And she was in here earlier a little bit. We got to send some love to in another universe, my partner here. If the world was different, my heart, my sun and stars, the wonderful Christina the Sphinx. Great to see
100%. Don't come for the king. Don't come for the dime, baby. Don't come for me. I'll do it. I warned you. And that's it. That's like the dude what was his name? Bust your head. That dude. Was it Buster? Was it Buster? No, that's what you call it. It's something else like that. But yeah, like people give you these, you know, these days. Really realize what it means.
making me blush, Christina. Making me blush, Christina.
You know what? In Harlem Nights, they had a guy in there. Like they called him Big Dick Buster.
I just watched that movie the other night.
Yeah, like you know, you come in there with Big Dick Buster. I mean, it's pretty obvious. What's gonna happen to you? Leave people alone. I take this seriously.
Here's a question, Tony. Do you think the town will blame and turn against Jade after destroying this bottle tree potentially goes horribly wrong? On this tip, young Jade says he'll always die because they turn against him. Will and this is a question I have to want. Again, this isn't anything. This is just a speculation. Is there a chance that Jade and Tabitha become our actual enemies here? That Jade and Tabitha become fuck things up and the town turns against them?
Yeah, it depends who dies. If he's the cause of Donna's death, 100%. It's all about who dies in this mission. And people need to die next episode. People need to die. All right. Now,
I don't know, Tony. We got a lot of
build up some. It's still got to build up. You know what I mean? In the end, it needs to build a little bit because you're gonna have a full season next year. So the hatred for him has to build over that season. But you need to see the start of it right now. You know what I'm saying?
I can see some heel turn on Jade's part. I could see the hints to it in some parts of this season, showing that he could go like
and Molly, I don't think Donna dies this season because they already pulled that shit twice. They can't do it.
I don't think anyone we care about is going to die this season.
No, I have to think that they have to do. They have to. They have no choice.
Unless your girl, I mean, for you, Acosta might be in trouble.
Why would you even say that? Blasphemy.
Because she's at the fucking tree.
You don't say that. You don't put that.
No, you say it so we're not surprised.
No, you don't say it and put it in the ether ever. All right. She's not going anywhere. She's there for the long haul. Unless she gets with Kenny, then she could die all day. But
then they both can die in a horrible fire.
I'm gonna come in the front town and kill them both. I'm you're gonna see me.
Then we're gonna get into the fact that you know Dexter stuff, like that. You're
gonna see me run up in there, and I ain't gonna be the man in fucking yellow.
Yeah, I'm about to lose connection, Sonic. Lose connection.
I'm a coming there. AK-47s in the tube. I'm coming there NWA stuff.
That's amazing. Area code 609. What's your name? Where you calling from? And what's your question or comment?
Hey, what's up? It's Chris from Jersey.
Hey, Chris. Welcome,
buddy.
Chris. Welcome, Jersey.
Had a question for you, Phil.
Oh shit. This isn't anything you shouldn't ask me on a stream, right?
Go ahead.
No, you're good.
Okay.
Just theories wise, long term.
Okay.
When it's all said and done, you feel the show's more spiritual in nature, or you feel like it's gonna have a sci-fi twist at the end?
I mean, as much
where this is going, Phil.
Okay, is this one of those like trying to set me against Tony here? I think the problem.
No, not really.
No, I'm kidding. We're just having a good time.
Okay.
I think realistic because ultimately I think you're asking me this question because you know what Tony thinks, but you're curious what I think here. So right. I think I am the biggest fence sitter that ever existed on the fucking planet. I'm not sure. I think it could go either direction, but if I'm putting my face to the fire, I think it would be more interesting on the show if I said it wasn't science, because then I'd be against Tony. But I do think there's elements that could be described as science. I'm really not trying to talk out both sides of my ass, but I feel like it's maybe a combination of both. I do think there's elements of science, but I think there's elements of mysticism and magic shit as well going on here too. I think it's the elements of both. Did I cover both sides of my ass there? Did I not actually answer your question because I'm an asshole? Did I just do that? Did I talk around the answer and not actually answer? They give you the politician answer, caller. Is that what I just did?
Yeah, as co-host, that's pretty fair, I suppose, because you're kind of playing wingman, I suppose.
Fair. I mean, but I also you got to understand, I'm more of a recap reactor type, so I don't really come up with too many theories and thoughts and predictions. I like to just kind of see what happens and go fuck and talk and riff off on it and all that sort of shit. So some part of it is to feel like I can kind of ride the wave of it. My instinct at this point and everything I've seen this season is that it's more spiritual, spell oriented. I think we've seen a little bit more of that in these last couple of episodes, but it could still go the other direction. But if I had to bet on it, if I had to eat a chip on it, I would say it's more spiritual.
One very hot chip.
Yeah, if I had to eat one very hot chip, I'd say it's more magic, spiritual. But I could see it going in the other direction. Tony makes some good points.
Yeah, I feel like he makes a lot of valid points. Personally think it's spiritual. I had a random comment / question. how do you guys feel about main characters just being MIA for like several episodes? Like we had Acosta, he was sent to the basement of Colony House, and then we never really got anything from that. She kind of just re-emerged.
Yeah,
and then Randall kind of disappeared.
I think it's still a chance that she finds something down there. I mean, we've seen Elgen find the picture, but it didn't get exposed to anybody, right? So she may find that picture or something else that exposes that whole fact or something.
Gonna find that picture.
I mean, she may. We can't have the picture up. We're giving people too much content. I think that Elgin found the picture, but no one knows about it. So she could be the one who actually exposes that fact, right?
You would think Sophia is just going to destroy the evidence.
I mean, maybe, but people do dumb shit all the time.
Especially when they think they're in top. I mean, Sophia at this point is fucking calling her shot. She's using the jukebox and using her magic powers in front of people and not giving a fuck. Eventually, that's got to catch up with her. No, like, do you both you guys like, right? Like, eventually, Sophia, the chickens have to come to roost. Bobby Boucher, like, she can't keep getting away with this shit, right?
Yeah.
I thought for sure she was going to get pegged by the end of this episode. Like Elgin was going to slip it in his pocket, show boys. It was going to end on that cliffhanger.
Yeah, but no,
I suppose not.
But no, it's ending on Elgin being stupid. Yeah, no, Elgin was just to be stupid. This was an awesome call, buddy. We hope you call in again in the future, my friend.
All right, guys, have a good one.
Peace.
There was something with There's no doubt about it. That Elgin has been written dumb. Nick Next Studio says, just got my copy of Darkest Before the Dawn. You're a gift to this community. Thank you so much, and thank you so much, Saggy Star, for continuously promoting my book. And yes, I will see if I can get that book out, my new book out before this season ends. I mean, here it is. It just has to get redone because my name's not on the cover and stuff. But this is the new book. It's right there. It's the Frequency Secret right here. I'm just waiting to get the thing with my name on it. For whatever reason, my name's not on the cover. Can't run with that. But once my name is on the cover, that'll be there. And this is my other book, Darkest Before the Dawn. That's already right.
And if any of you guys have kids out there, Tony also has a children's book that you can find.
Children's book too.
If you look up under his name, his author name. And you can definitely find that as well if you're interested in that. So make sure you don't forget about that one as well. Area code 216. What's your name? Where you calling from? And what's your question or comment?
This is Ronnie from Cleveland.
Hey, Ronnie.
And
welcome.
Hey, what's going on? So I had a question. How did you guys feel about that scene with Henry, where he was kind of back and forth on the whole Victor thing when he was in the hallucination? I'm not really feeling Henry this season because they were kind of like, he was teetering too back and forth. So he's like, no, I can't kill my son. He's like, well, should I do it in the daylight?
Should I choke him with my bare hands? Should I murder him?
How am I going to do it? How am I going to do it? He's probably thinking like, that's a big motherfucker, my son. How am I going to kill his ass?
Yeah. I'm gonna choke his ass with my own hands. I couldn't do that. I haven't choked someone.
I can't get him out of here. I can't do it. He's too big.
So I also had a couple of theories. The first one was about Eloise, and I really think they're trying to hint that she was at the she's the Chromonacle. Like in the last episode before this one, they kept hinting that she was on a flight. And then I just kind of put it together in my head, like, oh, they're trying to say that she's the Chromonacle, you know?
Yeah, I'm not sure how much those books have to do. I think they were referential. Do you think there's someone's the Chromonacle, Tony? Do you think there's any?
I mean, the Chromonacle, and someone is this, and someone is that. It's all names. In the end, doesn't matter. In the end, doesn't really matter. What matters is they get the fuck out of it. Whatever title they have, they need to get out of it. I mean, Victor, Ethan said it in episode 2. I was in the cave of the Lonely Dragon, and he had pictures drawn in crayons all over his wall. So that's Victor. That's done. Ethan said this. That's not a mystery. He said it right there. I was in the cavern of the Lonely Dragon. He had drawings all in crayons on his wall, and they showed Victor. So there you go. That's the lonely dragon. If you want to go that route, that's that, and everything else. The Chromonacle is a woman in the books. So if you're gonna say it's a woman in the books, then it has to be Tabitha. That's the Chromonacle. I really think it's that simple. I think people have gone over a lot and stuff and everything.
It's easy.
Okay.
It's an easy show. Tony, it's an easy show to go down that road with it. And I think it's part of the fun of it. Caller, thank you so much for your call. We hope you call again in the future, buddy.
Thank you.
And we got a voicemail while we got that call, Tony. Here, this is from area code 810.
Hey, this is Jessica from Detroit. So
Hi,
I have
Jessica.
a question for Tony. Sophia said that the town is, let's see, it was built on ritual, and it's not what you do, it's how you do it. So does he believe it's still science? Because it sounds like it's run by Cosby.
I love how this is always the question.
That's fine. I appreciate the question. Yes, I do think it's still science. Ritual is all ritual means is that things have to be performed in a certain way, right? That's basically what a ritual is. So because things look like they're performed in a way or will be a magical way in that thing, doesn't mean that it's actually all dealing with science, dealing with this mystical stuff. I don't buy it. I don't believe it. I think they're very heavy-handed with it, and I think they're heavy-handed with it for a reason. And I think that in the end, they'll hit you with the twist with it not being mystical. I'm saying that it could be both at the same time, and I'll give you an example. If they captured this person with science, like say they use Jade's algorithm, and you made wormhole technology with it, and they were able to capture this entity who is the man in yellow and keep him in this pocket dimension and keep him there to experiment on him and see how he reacts by being there. And maybe his things that he does seems magical, but in the end, magic is nothing but science that has not been figured out yet. So in the end, I don't think that it's magic at all. I think that it's science-based when it'll be all said and done.
But as you've seen tonight, folks, people that like giving Tony a hard time, this is my buddy Heath Hinton.
You take the call. And let me say, I know someone said that Phil's playing the wingman and that he's Phil has his own opinion. He's not.
I do have my own opinions. I'll tell Tony I think he's full of shit.
And he has many a time.
Many a time. And Tony's like, Tony will go, Phil, and I'll go, fuck you, Tony. I disagree with what you're fucking say. Like,
he's not Ed McMahon.
People that have heard me with Tony or Joe, who are both very confident people, I will tell them fuck off if I think that they're full of shit because I trust my friendship enough that I can tell them to fuck off.
And he should be able to.
I have a feeling you're calling for House of the Dragon, but I just wanted to say hi to you, buddy. We're talking about a different show, right? This is one of our good friends from Game of Thrones stuff. But Heath, I just wanted to.
I just saw you on live, buddy, and I wanted to say, hey, I hadn't talked to you in a minute, my friend. Hope everything is well, buddy.
No, it's awesome to talk to you, Heath. I appreciate you. You are the best, buddy. Heath once had me on his radio show to talk about Rocky, actually. Heath is an amazing dude, and thank you so much. Heath, you should check out From, and I'm going to be on every week to talk about House of the Dragon, so I hope you call in again, buddy.
We'll be back with House of the Dragon.
My friend.
Later. I just wanted to say hi to my buddy. Heath Hinton is a longtime caller that doesn't call in too often. So I just wanted to show.
As soon as From is over, House of the Dragon is the next show. We'll be doing House of the Dragon every week, same way that we do it. We'll be here every week. So come back if you're into House of the Dragon, and we'll be rocking it the same way. I believe I am the longest running. And this was from the Dragon Demands is the one who brought it to my attention. I am the longest running person who covered Game of Thrones on all of YouTube. 100%. And he would know. I didn't say that. That was the Dragon Demands said that I am the longest running person. So I will keep the tradition going and keep rocking with
You're one of the 4 people I enjoy watching. I enjoy watching Gray, Red, Preston, and you. So keep it coming. Keep the shit coming.
Yeah, so I won't be doing House of the Dragon tonight because of premiere. I'm sorry. I was supposed to rock with Gray Area earlier today. It's a From time. This is my show. This is what I'm doing. But I will be back with House of the Dragon.
This week and next week we will be back week 3, starting which and area code 812. Welcome to the show, 812. What's your name? Where you calling from? And question, comment, take over. What's going on?
Hey, this is Susan. I'm calling from San Francisco.
Oh, hi, Susan. How you doing?
Good.
I spend a
So,
lot of
okay.
time out in Petaluma, very, very close to San Francisco.
Oh yeah, nice. Okay, so I'm pretty sure I buy into the theory that it's some kind of game or experiment, and I feel like the man in yellow has been saying game like so many times that he's kind of confirming that.
Yes, I'm playing a game.
think-
It's an awful game. I have a lot of games. Do you like games?
Right. And then like Ethan keeps calling it a quest, and like I feel like there's certain people that know they're playing. So it's like the man in yellow. I think Victor knows he's playing, and I don't know if the boy in white is playing or not, or if he's just like a coach.
Coach Kenny. He's the Coach Kenny of the other situation. He's hanging out on the sidelines, rooting.
Yeah.
But that's a good question. Like, how much agency does the boy in white have? Can he actually do anything, or is his thing that he needs to just convince people like Victor to do things for him? Like, he can't actually actively do anything himself. That might just be part of the boy in white's thing. He might just not be able to do anything. All he can do is say cryptic shit to people. That's his only ability.
Yeah. And then he clearly cares though. So it's like he has some stake in the game. So he's some kind of player. Because like otherwise why would he, I don't know, do all this stuff.
Yeah. No, I mean he probably wants to, he has some selfish agenda that he needs to accomplish.
Yeah. And then I think Ethan knows that he's playing now, especially with like Victor trying to train him.
Ethan,
so I feel like, yeah.
Oh, sorry. I was just gonna say Ethan was awfully useful tonight in the last couple of episodes. Ethan's been, I can be hard on child actors when they deserve it, but the actor that plays Ethan's been doing a great job.
He has been really good. He's really good at it.
Yeah, I don't have any of those like little kid issues with him, but he just does a good job. He just does a good job.
So my random, these are like half-baked theories, but for like the season finale, I think Fatima might be like becoming the golem, because I feel like they purposely didn't show us the golem for the past 2 episodes or something, or she's gonna have some kind of connection with it.
She better, because
that thing
was that'd be wasted time in the season if that fucking golem doesn't come back. That's all.
That would just be terrible. That would be terrible.
And I mean, it makes sense that her body, like her human body, is not functioning like a human. Like maybe she's becoming clay. I don't know.
Caller, I'm going to keep you on for a quick second because I want to hear the rest of your comments, your last couple of predictions. I just want to get Tony's thoughts on this. And apparently, I've heard this in multiple places now, that the From episode 10 might be 90 minutes long.
I don't know what they can do in 90 minutes. I've uploaded the trailer on my site, and thank you for anyone who's went on there. I think I got 5,000 views within this first hour since uploading this HD trailer on there. So thank you anyone who's doing it. I wanted to upload, make sure when I upload these trailers that I could upload it in a very high quality compared to the trailers that's been uploaded, because people been screenshotting
the television, shooting it with their phone.
It's been terrible and stuff like that. So I've been trying to figure out a way, and I've been able to do that.
I love how you also you stamp it with your thing, so if anyone steals it, you'll know it.
I took that off. I could do that.
Do it. Fuck people.
I did it, but I let people. It's for the community.
Fuck people.
They should just shot me out and say that's where they got it from. If they're real, they should say that. They
give the goddamn credit where it deserves. Anyway, sorry, caller. What were some of your last couple of predictions?
Yeah, so I think, okay, so like the settlement's really old, then like the church is like maybe the next oldest building, the calling house is from like 1700s, 1800s.
Yep.
And like some of the stuff's from the 50s. I feel like they're gonna maybe somehow taking the bones, they're going to like break into like the next level dimension, which I don't know if that's like a new building that they'll unlock somehow. And I don't know if that's a good or bad thing, or if that means like more people come to Fromville, or if like with Victor things, everyone dies and it starts off with Ethan again. But I also think something might happen with Abby, because it's been hinted at like all season. She's been in, multiple episodes.
Yeah, we've seen her hand. We've seen Abby's.
Listen, Abby is the man in your. I said it in video, and people said I was wrong. But when you've been dealing with Clara, it shows 100% that Abby was hit by the man in yellow.
You can call her Allie.
Back then, and that's why she flipped out. And when I said that back then, people said, "Oh no, there's no proof." But the fact that we seen that Clara was touched by the man in yellow, he was in the town then we see that Abby definitely got it too. They just didn't show it, and they'll probably show it next season or next episode or something.
There was a line, and I just rewatched season 1. There's a line that Abby says where she's like, "I had a dream about this place" or something. So it's like, so Abby has had dreams, Elgen has had dreams. I forget which other characters have dreamt about it, but like maybe they haven't been there before, but have been like.
So you put the Steven Seagal on here.
There we go. Sorry, people listening to the audio cast. I'm doing my best to keto. Wait, sorry.
Okay, guys, that's it for me.
Oh no, you were great call, my friend. We did have a voicemail, Tony. Good one.
It's such Capricorn energy. I'm a Capricorn through and through. I represent. I'm 100%. You're correct about that.
Oh my goodness.
Steven Seagal, he always had the one hand in front. It's always so one arm. It's always there.
I love when people are talking about like who they're like, what is he even doing? But Akito can help sometimes. Let's listen to this voicemail here.
Hey, so clearly Fatima is turning into a monster. I think we can all agree on that.
Something's happening. I think we can all agree something's happening to her.
One foot in the grave, 1 foot on banana peel. But do you think she'll be like a all in your window trying to eat you monster? Or how like we saw in Game of Thrones, Uncle Benjen, he was like turned.
Yeah, what do you think? What the fuck do you think's happening with Fatima? What do you think happened with the blood? Why would did the blood fast track whatever the fuck was happening to her and make sure that there was no helping the situation?
I like the Uncle Benjen.
Sorry, everybody.
I like the Uncle Benjen comment there because it is a Benjen Stark type situation with Cole Hand situation. Something that I figured out that Benjen Stark was Cole Hands before 2 years before they showed it on the air. I did a video.
Yeah, you were talking. I actually remember that. I remember watching those videos.
That was going to be, and people made fun of me for that shit too. But in the end, it could be a situation. It would just be if she just becomes a monster. I don't know if it's enough. Like they may have to give her something. Like even if she does become a monster, she has to do one last thing to help them. Like it has to be like, oh, Fatima's becoming a monster. But she, in the end, because she is Fatima, she has to give at least a little before she turns. And I was saying this last week, like they got to give her something to do that, at least try to help them before she does the full turn. You know what I mean? Before it really happens, that she just gives a little push somewhere, somehow she helps them out. You know what I mean? In some way. That's what I would think they would have to go with a character. Because if she just becomes a monster and she's just there, it just wouldn't be enough. She needs to do something because it's Fatima. And she needs to help them out one last time that she can before it goes down. That's what I would think they would go with it. I can't see them doing anything else. It wouldn't really work for me.
And Fatima's gonna be tapping on Ellis's window next season. I hope it isn't gonna be something office.
That'll be amazing. I hope they do that. I'll be right back.
Cousin Phil, you changed your hair. I almost didn't recognize you. I know it's really weird. Okay, sorry. I got distracted with a little transitional music as Tony stepped away. Let's get into the live chat again. It was a djembe sound right there. Phil, I'll stay eyeballing you soon for karaoke nights. Probably not tonight, but maybe I'll do a karaoke night next week. Everyone was complaining about the romance filler scenes. Monster Fatima would be wild. I'm so ready for Fatima to go since season 1. You want Professor Phil? You want the different look? I imagine this bald in 2 years. This is probably me.
Hi, everybody. This is Professor Phil, and I'm here hosting this show with the Teflon Don. That's my name. I'm here. I'm Phil, the tissues guy. I wipe up all problems with my tissues, and I'm here with the Teflon Don to talk about this episode. Now, Fatima's gorgeous. She needs to stay. Says one of our callers. Gull and Fatima and Ellis's bedroom scenes are going to be funky. Now, this is a scary situation. Sorry. I'll stop acting. I'll stop doing my stupid acting. It's a sad. See, I can't even do the voice anymore. That the glasses are gone. The glasses were so much part of the character. Is this the new tissues guy? It is. It's the new tissues guy. No, sorry. Get it, Phil, in From form. Oh no, let's turn this down. No one's hearing this. Every time I finish the From episode, Arlo plays the Institute. Now it's Professor Phil. Phil, that was so creepy. Christina, I don't want to put you off with my creepy voice, creepy Professor Phil thing. Yes, Tony, this is Professor Phil.
Professor Phil.
I'm your co-host here.
Listen, we've had over 450 people.
We still have 400, almost 3 hours in. We still have 425 people here.
I'm going to go a little bit longer. We're going to go, even though I got
these last 2 weeks. We'll push it like 15, 20 more minutes here, as long as we can keep Tony up. Because Tony does have to get up to work tomorrow, but we can hopefully keep Tony up these last 2 weeks, because we'll get 2 more weeks of this ridiculous fun. Tony and I might play a game next week. If we can't do my game before, we should maybe play the newlywed co-host podcasting game just between us, and see if we can pick each other's, like, what do you think's my least favorite From theory, Tony?
Least favorite is that Elgen is Fatima and Elgen is Fatima and Ellis's son.
I fucking hate that. That's fucking stupid. I'm not saying I'm right on yours, but is yours that this is like all a dream of some sorts, or this is all sort of something like a simulation dream? I
don't know if it's I could see it going that way, Phil. I could see them doing some holodeck shit. It's possible that it could be.
My mother's in the live chat who's saying, Phil, can you play some drums more?
Really? Where is she?
No. My mother's dead. Rest in peace, Janice. But no, someone in the live chat was asking me to play more drums. So I'm like,
give it to him. Give it to him.
That must be my. We'll do just a little bit. I won't go too much, but thank you.
And he's also known for playing those on women's butt cheeks too.
Anytime you want. It's funny. I actually had someone once pay me to massage them by just doing like on their back for like a couple of hours. It was a good way of making a little bit of money.
It sounds like it. Shit. How was that done?
Sorry, everybody. I'm keeping Tony up with silliness. If you don't ask questions,
I'm gonna do a trailer breakdown of the next trailer. I'll drop that tomorrow morning, and then I'll do the episode breakdown. I'll drop that the next day. It's a little bit reversed, but because of Father's Day and everything, I'm behind and stuff. So I'll get that stuff out. I'll do them that way. And then I still got to watch House of the Dragon tonight. So I don't plan on going to bed until at least 4 o'clock, and then I have to wake up at 6.
Yeah, so being up for a few more minutes doesn't matter. So if anyone wants to call in, now is the time. 781-990-8509. All the people that listen to our audio cast, we very much appreciate it. We know we're part of your Monday mornings and you listen to our craziness. We appreciate all your support this season. We aren't just big in, we're also big in Greece too, Tony. We're like number 3 or 4 in Greece. So so many people listening to our podcast. We're getting way over close to 3,000 downloads and streams per episode. So we appreciate all of you guys.
I really appreciate all y'all.
Area code 352. What's your name? Where are you calling from? And what's your question or comment?
Good night.
Damien calling from Gainesville, Florida. Let's go Gators.
Welcome, go Gators, buddy.
Not much of a question, but I just want to say, like everybody else has been saying in the chat tonight, Elgin, he's lost his black card because nobody in the hood is doing what he did.
I'm gonna step out of this one, but
I'm not.
He's done for. Like, ship his ass off. Go. You know what? Send his ass off to Diddy. Diddy's waiting for him. He got nobody. Take him to Diddy.
Mm-hmm.
We don't want nothing to do with him.
Yeah, he can be slippery all he wants.
Yeah,
he can just go get slippery.
Ship him off with a box of baby or Diddy oil.
Yeah, Elgin can go get slippery. Let him get slippery. We don't need him no more. He can't run with us.
Yeah, and
you two are cracking me up. You two are cracking me up. Stop.
Everybody will forget about him, and that'll be that.
Oh
my. Yeah, I agree 100%. Ship his ass to Diddy. Let him go.
All right, y'all have a good night.
I love that you called for that. I love that you called for that. That was perfect, dude.
Yeah, let that fucker go get slippery, bro.
But
He can't, bro. He ain't part of us, no boy. He can't.
Tony, there's very few things in the community of From, which is a very interesting community, but we don't have to get into that tonight. But there's very few things that brings everyone together. And Julie's wig has definitely brought everyone's together. Elgin, like, kind of hate for Elgin being useless. And I think we've finally come to another one. Elgin being stupid.
Yeah.
Like, Elgin is stupid, and we all agree. But there's not many people that can argue. My only argument with it is he's an innocent kid. If he's supposed to be a 15, 16-year-old kid, I can understand the fuck up. But we're arguing that no, he's got to be close to 19, 20 years old, right? The character, right?
Yeah. I mean, listen, they fucked a couple of things up. The boy in white's supposed to be a boy. Obviously, the boy in white's 42 years old right now. So maybe they did the reverse and made Elgin a little bit younger.
Bill Lewis was 367 years old when they fought. I don't know how old he was, but he got his ass.
He did some shit like that. They reversed it.
That's your one. I don't care how old he was, but he was asking. Phil, what's the score in your scoreboard for the thing that you were doing? Please, I'm not sure.
For our death challenge.
Oh, our death challenge. Our death challenge is weird, okay? Because ultimately, none of us has got Real's picks were Christy, Acosta, Elgin, Victor, Kenny, and Jade. First death, I believe, was Christy. And then he said that both dogs would be dead, and we're going to see another nightmare creature die. I think at this point, Real is batting zero right now.
Well, Elgin is bagged up, so he does have Elgin.
Oh, he does have Elgin. So Elgin might end up being
Elgin
on his
could be the one he gets because Elgin is bagged up right now.
Tony has Ellis. Tony had going into the season. Tony had the murderer's row here. He had Ellis and Donna that both could have gotten in one episode.
And
Tony could have double
fail.
Doubled up. You got Sarah, Sophia, Henry, and Tabitha. So you get possibility with Henry there.
Yeah. And Tabitha was a swing in the dark. That was a swing in the dark, right?
You did get points for Jim dead in the barn. Yeah. I'm not sure how many. I don't have the thing open right now. But Elgin gets killed in the settlement. Ellis gets killed in the settlement. You're wrong about that.
Wrong on that.
Phil, I have Fatima, Bakta, Randall, Marielle.
Now, if Fatima turns to a monster, she's already theoretically dead.
How will you give me points if I have Fatima turns into a monster?
I give you points because she's dead already. That means she's dead already.
So I got Fatima, Bakta, Randall, Marielle, Julie, and Ethan. Bad picks from the end there. I got Sophia as well. And I also got points. The man in yellow is Sophia. I picked the obvious man in yellow, Sophia, and Eloise is in the scarecrow area. In the
it looks like you're in the lead, Phil. You may win this thing.
Right now, I might win this one, especially
you may win
if
this.
Fatima goes full monster. I might end up winning.
Yeah, we'll see what happens and stuff. Hopefully, a lot of people die when it's all set.
I like this. I think I'm excited to play. I think it would have been more exciting early on if we played this from the beginning, where deaths were more frequent. But in fairness, this show is never. We've always wanted it to be, but we talked about this a little bit last time. Not many main characters have died since the beginning. We've lost Jim basically for like main characters.
All right. So listen, you want to watch the trailer real quick before we go?
Yes.
right. Well, I'll pull it up real quick. I have not seen the trailer. I recorded the trailer, and I swear to you, even though I recorded it, I did not watch any of it at all.
Oh, I'm excited for
I
that. I'll play some music while you're setting this up.
I have not watched it, so I have no idea what's on this trailer yet. So it'll be brand new for me. Let me get this. Let's get this. All right, here we go. Let me get this. Share screen. Thank you for the super chat, Jen Hack. We appreciate you.
Love Jen Hack. She's the best. Another one of our Australian friends.
All right. Are you ready, Phil?
Yes. Yes, sorry. So I tried to bridge the gap with some horrible music. Thank you.
No, you did a great job. You did a great job. Let's get it.
It's better than that sound effect box that some of those other people do. No.
Let's get it popping.
It gets very messy at the end.
You need to finish this.
Can you hear it, Phil?
Your children deserve to go home.
What happens next?
There is no plan B.
Everyone here is
You need a
gonna
plan B,
die.
boy.
We can't just give up.
All right, then tell me how to move forward.
There's nowhere for you to hide. Now I light the match and I watch it burn. It's the end. It gets very messy at the end.
You need to finish this. You need to break the cycle. Your children deserve to go home.
Tony, could you play that one more time for me,
There
please?
is no plan B.
When this is done, can you play one more time? There's a lot
It's
here.
very messy at the end.
They show. Pause it for 1 second before we play this.
You need
Tony.
to break the cycle.
One thing I want to see moving into season 5: show less in the trailer. Watch Better Call Saul. WWVG do. What would Vince Gilligan do? He shows less. Be confident enough that people are going to watch. They show entirely too much on the fucking trailers, Tony.
Yeah, I can't hear it, but I can just see it. For some reason, it's not playing for me, the sound, but I can see it. And yeah,
I can see if I can bring it up too.
You need to finish this. You need to break the cycle. Your children deserve to go home.
What happens next?
There is no plan B.
Everyone here is gonna die. We can't just give up.
All right, then tell me
Her
how to move
wiggle's
forward.
awful there.
There's nowhere for you to hide. Now I light the match and I watch it burn. It's the end. It gets very.
Yeah, they show entirely too much in that trailer, Tony.
yeah, I can't hear it, so I don't know what's going. I can tell what's going on, but I can't tell it. Everything else.
Yeah, they show entirely too much in that trailer.
I have to do. I have to listen to it and then do a breakdown of it.
Yeah, I almost want to do a breakdown, but it's not fair. I can't do a breakdown. That's.
I got to break it down.
People know I can't make any more predictions for the rest of the season.
Yeah, I got to break it down before it's all said and done and everything else. All right, let's wrap it up.
I'm a bastard. Yeah, everyone, thank you so much for tuning in tonight. We really do appreciate it. You guys are
100%. Let me see if I can show some other people some love real quick. I see when I put this on that there are people live streaming still tonight. Let me see. Who is it that's live streaming? Oh, I can't see. It's flickering too quick. Who's live streaming right now on from it's Sci-Fi Vision is live streaming right now. If y'all want to talk some more from, go over to the Sci-Fi Vision channel.
Yeah, I'm lucky I got to keep Tony for 3 hours. I mean, I keep going, but Tony has to get up at like
like
I think
5 hours.
She's breaking down the episode now. So you want to go check her out and stuff like that. Thank you, Molly, for the super chat. We really appreciate you. I promise I won't sound ridiculous nervous next time. I will call in LOL. Really like you guys, though.
We really like you.
Cool.
You were fine, Molly. You were
Yeah,
amazing.
you did a great job, Molly. We love you. We love you, Molly. You did a great job.
Good. Gotta miss Molly. You did great,
Molly. 100%. All right, people. If you like the way I do this, please thumbs up this, spread this across the realm. And of course, subscribe. Wait a second. Not yet. We can't go out.
We did watch Severance, and we love it. We were not going to cover it because there's so many amazing people covering Severance, but we will at least do maybe one show on it at the end of the season when it comes.
Yeah, 100%. All right.
There's certain shows.
So, like, if Acosta had to create her perfect man, like an avatar,